What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Vape Coach. We are back again in your life, and guys, today we have a very special 2v2 coming your way. It is going to be North America versus Europe. It is going to be Europe on the top side, North America on the bottom side, and we brought a star-studded lineup coming your way. Coming up first is going to be Rass versus PlatinumHunt, Platinum and BMW. After that, it'll be FireAxe taking on Carnage and Wasnet taking on Akstar. There is a bunch of heavy hitters in this bracket. You are not going to want to miss any of this. What's up to everybody in the building? What's up to everybody in the chat? And a huge shout out to all the players for coming through today. Guys, let's get started. It is going to be Rass and PlatinumHunt taking on Platinum and BMW. To get us started, let's do it and let's send us your way and let's go. Here are the rules. You get 4 lives. Each time you lose one, you go down one. The scoreboard will be counting down backwards. All right, it's going to be BMW. Looks like he's coming out with the Raiden. And no secret, though, this is going to be PlatinumHunt bringing out that low face. Let's see what he's got with those demon horns. Chat, this will be game number 1 of the 2v2. Let's get going. And remember, in the very grand finals, Europe and North America will be meeting up. Let's see who's going to be bringing the goods. Right now, it's going to be PlatinumHunt. He's staggering in and out. PlatinumHunt trying to get going, though. However, he's going to be using some armor. Scorpion not able to pick up that one. Let's see what the tea leaves are going to be reading from here. Chat. Welcome, everybody. I see Big FireAxe, Platinum, BMW. I see all the players in the chat. Wacky Panda, welcome to the stream, by the way. Down one, tries to go into the running stance. Will not be able to. Here comes BMW. BMW with a very nice grab, though he will need considerably more. BMW a bit of a sweat in his own right. Coming out of the Middle East, I do believe. However, though, calling up that fake tremor, BMW with the lead. Can he maintain it? Nice. And he is just trying to make PlatinumHunt whiff, and this is going to be a big problem. PlatinumHunt's coming on strong. And PlatinumHunt with another whippopotamus going down one into the storm cell, the old Raiden tech. We do love to see that. Nice lows again. We are backing up. We are moving in. We are moving out. We are calling the tremor. And this is going to be one of his only breakaways of the match. Is it going to be well spent? We will see. Nice. Here comes PlatinumHunt, though. He drops it again. What's up, Blonde Bomber? Welcome to the chat. How's everything going? Nice. And PlatinumHunt now laying waste to that health bar of BMW, and here he goes. Is he gonna go mixy mixes? He got one more, the overhead, and the Scorpion, that's gonna do it. And PlatinumHunt absolutely going to be taking that. Round number 1 in the books. Remember, you do only get 2 lives per player. You have to make every single one count, and even if you cannot beat your opponent, you gotta clear some space for your teammate coming on in. Good grab, smashes him right back down. 2v2 action, and this is going to be some of the best players you get to see all damn day. Nice low, and now it's going to be BMW trying to pepper him. Good, and now stabby stab into the Scorpion once more. This is going to be, Rass, PlatinumHunt going airborne, grabs him again. By the way, what's going on, Lucid? Hopefully you're going to have a great day at work. Tune in whenever you can, and much love, Big Rocky. All right, smashes him back down again. Overhead pressure, but a double overhead. Nice, and another command grab to go with it. PlatinumHunt is losing his mind. We lost ours a long time ago. But you know what they say about serial killers? You all go a little crazy sometimes. Nice low into the storm cell. PlatinumHunt with some solid defense to down 2. PlatinumHunt, though, he is trying to close this down. One more, we'll be able to do it. Let's see what the tea leaves are going to be reading from here. Nice, he charges it, and that's going to do it. That is going to be all PlatinumHunt and Rass taking down BMW. That will be 1 game off of this team.
Ghostface wins.
All right, chat, make some noise. That is going to be game number 1. Let's go take it to that replay if we can. And Alan, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat, saying PlatinumHunt is going to take it all. You never know, man. There's some serious heavy hitters in this bracket, but we will soon find out. Let's send you back to the action, and let's do this damn thing. All right, PlatinumHunt's coming on strong, though. He will need to remove 1 more life from BMW to end this thing. Let's see what he's got. All right, PlatinumHunt's one of the better Ghostface you will see on the European side. BMW, by the way, somewhat of a newcomer to these events. However, he is keeping up. Will he? Oh, he's going with the Lonan. Let me shut my big yapper for 1 quick second. We get to see the Conan here in this 2v2.
I will punish you. I'm gonna crom my knife.
All right, chat, here we go. PlatinumHunt will need to remove 1 more life off of BMW to send this one home and activate Platinum coming out.
Round 1, fight.
All right, PlatinumHunt, does he have the technology? Does he have the goods? And BMW, he's in chat saying, Mr. Olympia, let's go! Slams him back down. PlatinumHunt is saying, new character, no problem. Tries to go overhead. That Scorpion gonna be of no use for now. Good grab, stabs him right into the gut. The homie, here to pick up some damage. And Season Fox, what's going on, brother? Nice going aerial, and we do know that this Kodak can put up so much damage. And another swing of the hammer, I'm sorry, another swing of the sword. Chujinko charging, but Pyrex gonna get rid of that. Nice, the overhead though, that has not been connecting. Good defense coming from BMW. And BMW turning that defense into a little bit of offense, slamming him back down, getting him in that corner. Chujinko there to pick up the tab. Chujinko's everywhere. And another grab. BMW is dominating this round. Remember, this is only going to be match number 1 of our 2v2. If you're just tuning in, this is the first match. What's going on, G-Star? Shout outs to you, shout outs to CGF, shout outs to everybody tuning in. We love you guys. And if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, man, there is still much more to come. I don't even know how it's going to go. Okay, and Pyrex cannot get these mixed, but he does get a very solid grab. Good. Oh, we gotta break away from that bad boy. You better believe it, though. Trying to slash him down. Nice overhead. Not gonna work, though. The double overhead. Chujinko getting some breathing room. Okay, and this is going to be BMW trying to charge up in those DMs and gets another punish. And BMW is slicing this competition away. And now this is gonna be us going aerial. We gotta break away since Big Pyrex. Oh, Chad, I'm hyped, man. So are the players. You can see it in the gameplay. Nice grab, stabs him right in the chesticles. 9 out of 10 doctors not gonna recommend that, by the way. All right, we're backing up, though. He's looking for that big damage. Can he get it? What's going on, LateRock? I heard you're in a big event today. Can you tell me about it? Nice. Slams him back down again. Wait a minute, though. Chujinko again, but here comes Pyrex. You can't keep a good dog down for too long. And now Pyrex going slash and gas and gonna cut a hole in your ass. And this is Big Scorpion on the way as well. Nice overhead coming from Pyrex. And this should be the round. Is Scorpion gonna come back out? He is, and he's gonna make that cameo. And Pyrex getting on the board. He is on set point. Remember, if BMW loses here, he is eliminated. Say it with me, chat. He's eliminated. And what's going on? Big FireAxe in the building as well. Young Skibbity gonna try to make it work with Carnage. We will see how that goes. Big slice coming though from Pyrex, slamming him back down again. Overhead pressure, but we gotta break away from that one. Do not want to eat too much damage. Not at this point in the game. Okay, charging right up in there, but the down one, that's gonna hurt most definitely. And Pyrex is starting to take over, chat. Can he pull away completely, though? That is the question. Punches him right in the dome nugget. Nice low. All right, though, he's swinging that sword, looking for any kind of opening, but Pyrex is not going to be providing it, at least not right now. Pyrex is crawling over the floor, the big slicey dicey. Not working, not just yet. 45 seconds on the board. Nice. And a nice overhead slash, though. These are going to be blocked mostly. However, Pyrex, though, he's going to have to get back to his offense if he has any intention of keeping this going. And this is going to be one more. BMW just needs one more. Can he get it? Oh, he's crawling again as Pyrex. Oh, the hippopotamus, and that could have been it. Kill him now. And that is going to be game number 2 in the books. That is going to be BMW throwing Pyrex down to one more life. And now, Chad, we have a tie ball game between these two. Let's go take a look at that replay if we can. Holy moly, Chad. All right, these two are absolutely literally swinging. And you know what? We like that sort of thing. We're big fans of it around here. Chad, on to the next match. Let's see who is going to be taking this, and let's see which teammate will be getting eliminated. Let's send it your way. Vapes Fight Night in full effect. Let's do it. By the way, Tiger Paws, what's going on, my goat? How have you been? Chad, make some noise, because one of these two is getting eliminated right here and right now.
I can't wait to
Is it going to be BMW marching on, taking out Pyrex? That would be a heavy blow to that team.
Round 1.
All right, let's do it. 2v2 action, Vapes Fight Night edition coming your way. By the way, low tier loyalists, what's going on? The Shagmate's back in the building. Nice low swing. And now you can see it. BMW, he is peppering, looking for any opening if he finds one. This is going to be all bad news bears, but now getting inside that chest is going to be none other than Pyrex with the Movado Mine. And Pyrex, no, you do not want to see him on the Movado, chat. He's going aerial. He's slamming it back down. Overhead again. Good. All right, though, stabbing that neck as well. Pyrex is lighting this place up like a Christmas tree. What's going on, by the way? EvilCarnage. Pyrex, what's going on? I've not seen you in a long time. Shout out to everybody tuning in, making this event what it is. And Pyrex, he is gaming right now. Just go down one into the knife pressure, into the knife toss, but the whiff grab. Wait a minute. Okay. Chujinko charging yet again. We are going corner bound and down, but Pyrex gonna find his way out. And what can he do from here? He's got to find a way to punish that low, and that's gonna be the round. And Aches, what's going on? I've not seen you in forever. Aches, you're just in time. 2v2 action. This is the first match. Welcome to the stream. Slams him back down again. PlatinumHunt is on set point. Can he pull away? Can he win this match, which would activate PlatinumHunt coming out? Remember, the top half of this bracket is going to be the European side. The bottom side is going to be the North American side. You'll see a lot of good players and Loxxed coming through to make their debut in here and see what is going to be going down. Words are hard, chat. Sorry. So we need a mirror match between PlatinumHunt and Loxxed. Hey, we could see it. We couldn't see it. But first, this is going to be BMW going crazy with that lone hand. And now BMW, he needs a little bit more to tie this bad boy up. Overhead swing, no good. Still continuing those plus frames, chat. Okay, keeping it going. PlatinumHunt cannot seem to find a way out of this corner. That could have been the round, but unfortunately for PlatinumHunt, it will not be. However, he is playing with such borrowed time. Can he bring this back? Do you spend the fatal? Now you gotta think about it, right? And PlatinumHunt's gonna go for one more reset. If he lands one more, this is it. PlatinumHunt, and where he gets is right. And that is gonna be it. That is gonna be the ball game. PlatinumHunt will be going down. And PlatinumHunt is gonna have to come out and save his teammate. Let me put the red X of doom over BMW, because that is gonna now do it for him. He is, say it with me, chat, eliminated. At least now he is. I called it a little bit too soon. He said, could my friend on Twitch get new followers? She's a DJ. Oh yeah, at some point. Yeah, no, for sure. Either way, let's go take a look at that replay if we can. What's going on? CK Records, Wits in the building as well. And we are just watching some of the European stars go at it. However, coming up next, though, this is now going to be PlatinumHunt, who's going to have to come out and make this thing happen. Let's send you back our way and let's get this going. All right, we are back. We are back in your life. Let's do the damn thing. And by the way, BMW is now out of here. Now PlatinumHunt is going to have to come in and make some magic happen. Let's see if he's going to be able to take out Big PlatinumHunt. Remember, PlatinumHunt will have 2 lives. PlatinumHunt has 1, and Rass has 2.
Ghostface.
And let's keep this action going your way. PlatinumHunt coming out with that tried and true Scorpion. Let's see if he can eliminate Big PlatinumHunt.
You're youthful.
And BMW saying, I hate Ghostface. I think a lot of people do, brother. I think a lot of people do. Either way, welcome everybody to the chat. Hopefully you guys are all having a great day. Shout outs to Aches, ProStone, Season Fox, CK Records, BMW, Low Tier, and everybody else watching, seeing who is going to win this event. All right, Platinum, he will need to be on those P's and Q's unless he's going to end up on that evening news. Here comes PlatinumHunt, and he is going to be stepping those feet. Okay. And PlatinumHunt though trying to keep this corner pressure up. He knows how to fight this Scorpion, and right now he's rolling. PlatinumHunt's coming through. That low's gonna connect, and so is the Movado. True Frostbite, my goat. I have been amazing, brother. We have an amazing event today. How's everything on your side of the aisle? Let's see it, though. Let's see which one of these two can take the lead. Will it be PlatinumHunt continuing to carve this competition up? No, boy, my goat is up in the building as well. Dude, what is up, everybody? So good to see each and every one of you in the building. Rin, I see you making a cameo as well. However, though, this is looking like trouble right now. PlatinumHunt has been catching him with these back threes. Does he spend it? Spend it! Let it loose. Let it fly. No, he drops it! Down 1. The double down with the double down. Okay, and an overhead, though, not going to be connecting. Good offense coming from Platinum. This is going to be crucial. The overhead lands. This is going to be close to the Movado as well. He's on chip territory. And PlatinumHunt's going to absolutely take it. That will be the round.
Fight.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's see it rolling. And right now we are smashing him back down his PlatinumHunt. You have to remember, Platinum just needs to win 1 game. Nice. But PlatinumHunt says, I am not going to let that happen. I'm going to solo this entire team if I can. Down 1, 4, 3, and a nice grab. Good staggers coming from Big Plat. And Plat looking to get this done, man. He does not want any more rounds with PlatinumHunt. He wants to eliminate him. That way he can activate Rass. We have not even seen Rasul today. Jump-ins again. I still storming along the down 1, and wait a minute, though. Here comes PlatinumHunt, but we have armor. And looking good, by the way. What's going on? Caravali in the building. How you been? Okay, spends a little bit of meter. He will have a hit on deck, and he's gonna spend it right there. Here comes Big Plat. And that will be the round. PlatinumHunt is only 1 round away from eliminating PlatinumHunt. All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen, and let's get this going. And Aches, I got you. Give me one quick second. Ooh, we tried it right there. Did not. Whoa, I see the problem. I see the problem. Give me 1 second, chat. All right, we are continuing this action, though, from what it looks like. By the way, Serious Black, welcome back to the building. And by the way, Ake's a big friend of the show. By the way, if you can give their friend a follow, definitely would appreciate it. And now it looks like it's going to be PlatinumHunt going with those back threes. What can he do from here? PlatinumHunt is going to take the lead. And PlatinumHunt is going to get broken away on. PlatinumHunt can still make this happen. One confirm into the fatal is all he needs. Can he do it? Stabs the foot, but it's going to be all Platin. He's going to eliminate PlatinumHunt. And that is going to be us going to now Rass, who has to come through and clean up the damage. PlatinumHunt, though, getting a sizable amount, did eliminate BMW, but now it is going to be PlatinumHunt himself who is going to be going down. Let me show you what that looks like. Now, chat, it is going to be a 2-2. Let's go look at that replay if we can. PlatinumHunt coming in here working overtime, and PlatinumHunt is praying, did I do enough for my team to be able to make it through? Now big Rass has to come back and see what he can make happen. Let's send it your way.
Cum Lao, Scorpion, Tremor, Sector, the Fire Temple.
I must compliment you.
All right, chat, here we go. This is Rasul, one of the best Kung Laos you will see in the game. He's got to come through, and he's got to take on big PlatinumHunt, and this is going to be game number 1. A 1st-2 is coming your way. By the way, Big Loxxed, great to see you. Recently signed with TLR. We love to see it. Congratulations, but I don't know if you're going to be able to win this tournament. There's a lot of good competition. But he does have that magic button known as OnlineCale. We will see him soon. By the way, Meek in the building as well. Rass is going ham on these life bars. And here comes Rass. Rass is going insane. X is over the wrong guy. No, we're good. He said Kale is going to carry. He just might. But right now, we got to focus on PlatinumHunt. Is he going to get this done? Jump-ins again. Stand 3, but that is going to be a big punish, though, coming from Rass. And that is going to do it. Rass trying to speed run this thing. Can he get it done?
Fight.
Yo, Big House Boss, I have not seen you in like 12 hours. Talk to me, brother. How is everything going? By the way, South, we do have another event coming later. At least I think we do. Rass trying to end this event right now, though, sooner rather than later. That Tremor gonna be putting him in all sorts of trouble. Nice. All right, PlatinumHunt again, steaming along the down one, the double dip. Jump-ins again. What does Rass have planned? What are his intentions? Okay. And again, we are coming through, and we are trying to see if it's going to be Big Plat or if it's going to be Big Rass. Both these two trying to test each other's neutral out. Rass with a nice down, too. However, we do make meter for a reason. Here comes Big Plat. But some armor from Rass on the rebound. Good. One more shimmy. That's all he needs. And Rass, he is one mix away from taking it, and that is going to be the game. Rass gonna be getting it done right here, and he is gonna drop Platinum down to 1 more life. Chat, let's go look at that replay if we can, and let's send it back your way. And a huge shout out to this community, guys. If you're watching here or YouTube, thank you guys so much for tuning in, making these events what they are. We could not ask any more of you guys. However, here comes Big Eggs with the big 5 bomb. Thank you so much. Eggs making it rain up in here, dude. Love you too, man. Thank you so much for coming back. It's been forever since we've seen you, chat. Can we get some big W's in the building for Big Eggs? Because now PlatinumHunt, he is now going to have 1 more life. Can he make this count? He would have to win 2 straight. If he intends to win this, chat, let's do the damn thing and let's go. By the way, us crushing that sub goal. Thank you so much again, Big Eggs.
Legacy to uphold.
However, we got to focus on this right now. This is going to be going down to the wire if PlatinumHunt is able to bring this back. By the way, Carnage, FireAxe, Akstar, go ahead and send those invites out, and Wasnet as well. So do you want the lobbies of forever? Do you want to make it wits if you can? Just make sure everybody's AFK before I get there if you can. However, though, PlatinumHunt is going to be getting down 2 on though, but wait a minute though, we got some buttons coming our way. Overhead again, and a nice grab, but he's going to actually get whiffed on. And now the Sector, this is going to be Ross's main loadout. Rass, a bit of a boss character here. However, though, he will need a considerable amount of damage to make this happen. It's going to be PlatinumHunt. He's got the Motaro on board, but he's not going to spend it. And Rass is saying, you got to come to me. This is a very, very tricky playstyle to play against. Rass, this is going to be death by 1,000 cuts. He's going to wait for you to come in, and then he's going to make you make a mistake just like that. Nice. All right, Ross with the load. The overhead is not going to connect, a little bit out of range. However, Ross with a dominating lead. He would have to really screw this up. Hang on, spin to win, though. Attack potency, what's going on, my go? We watching that fight tomorrow or what? Loxxed in the building as well. G-Star coming out representing CGF. Good. Ross, and he is on chip territory, and that is going to do it. All right, we are jumping into those DMs, chat. This is now going to be PlatinumHunt. He only has 1 round left. He cannot afford to lose 1 more. He's got to make this count. And this is going to be Ross coming on through. Ross is going crazy, marching now to the eastbound side of the screen, breaking the legs. Nice shimmy pressure, and that is going to be another good low. The double low. And Ross is going on, and this could be it, chat. And that is going to do it. Ross with a 2-0 score over PlatinumHunt with a little extracurricular, and that is going to be the set. GG's to both players, and thank you so much for coming through. That will be Ross and PlatinumHunt moving on to the next round. Chat, that is going to do it. However, we still have a lot of good matches coming your way, and let me show you a little bit about what that looks like. But let me just say, GG's again to both players, and thank you so much for coming through. Chat, moving on to the next match. We gotta go take a look at that replay first. Let me. Either way, though, this has been a banger to start. PlatinumHunt doing what he can, eliminating PlatinumHunt. However, it was not going to be enough because Rasul just proving to be a little bit too much, at least for right now. Onto the bracket we go. And with that result right there, it's going to be none other than what we said. Ross and PlatinumHunt, they will be going semifinal bound and down. Chad, coming up next, this is going to be a very, very special European match. The return of Akstar coming through with Wasnet, taking on FireAxe and Carnage. Either one of these two could be a favorite to make grand finals. Let's see it, let's go, and let's send it your way. All right, Chad, here we go. It's going to be none other than FireAxe coming out to take on Akstar. Akstar we have not seen in so long. He is an offline warrior, man. You'll see him at a ton of tournaments, and he's looking to get back into the pro-com, into the competitive scene. Let's do it, and let's give him a warm welcome, Chad. All right, Akstar and Wasnet, a diabolical team, but so is FireAxe and Carnage. This is gonna be what the kids call cinema, and let's do it. Game number 1 is here. Both teams starting off at 4 lives. Akstar, one of the better Reikos you will see on the European side of the things. However, no, it's gonna be FireAxe putting it on him. All right, and by the way, after this, we're going to the North American side of things. Cold and LilDre, Wits and LateRock, you guys already know what to do. Big overhead from FireAxe. FireAxe with a gigantic lead. However, here comes Akstar trying to put it on him. And Akstar coming on through. FireAxe guessing on the throw. But it was not he was actually pushing buttons. And Akstar now trying to bring this back. The air grab is going to be good. And this is going to be close. Got to break away most certainly. Merengue, great to see you as well. And oh, that's not a punish. Not yet. Overhead is going to do it. And that is going to be all Akstar bringing it back. FireAxe in a little bit of trouble this early. However, FireAxe, he's not going to want to zone with this Reiko, not for too long. Trying to track him down. FireAxe trying to play the long con here, the low hat. He's still pressing. And a beautiful command grab coming from Akstar. What's going on, Elson? How is your day going? Attack potency Merengue. Great to see everybody here in the building joining us. Overhead smash, the down one, the double down one, but we do have a double leg takedown. Head on the outside, that is beautiful technique. Good, oh my goodness, and Akstar is starting to run away with this. Holy moly, donut shop here, but FireAxe not gonna be denied. Not just yet, that is. Beautiful pressure. FireAxe, does he spin the fatal? He will spin the fatal. I would have thought it was been a little bit early, but you know what? He says better early than never. And how is this round gonna end? Who is gonna end up taking this? We will see. That's gonna be a punish. And by the way, everybody, I see my boy Abez in the chat. What's going on, brother? Welcome back to the event. It's been way too long, man. Good to see you. Akstar with enough discipline to not press. Good low. Nice to the double low, the double down. And that's a beautiful hippopotamus punish coming from Akstar. Akstar, I believe, coming out of Paris, formerly of the Middle East. Nice. And we're going aerial bound and down, but FireAxe says enough is enough. The Ninja Stars again, and you will see some of the best players from Europe. You will see some of the best players from North America in this event today. We have the CEO, Champ Gale, himself today. Nice, big fluid in the building, and that is gonna do it. Akstar with a very decisive game over FireAxe. They will be dropping down to 3 lives apiece.
Reiko wins.
All right, chatting with that result right there. We got to go take a look at that damage. Let's go take a look at that replay if we can. Both these guys coming through, and both these guys absolutely swinging. Great to see everybody in the building. I see Carnage. I see Season Fox. Fluid is over here. And by the way, Arian, what's going on? How you been? Let's do it though. Let's see if Akstar can continue that pressure or if it'll be FireAxe on the return. Let's get in. Let's send it your way.
Reiko, Sindel, Tremor, living.
All right, chat. This is going to be FireAxe. He's now coming out with the Cindy piece. This is his main character, and he is one of the best Sindels in the world.
To think he has any.
Round 1, fight.
All right, let's do it. And by the way, guys, we are live every day, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to tune in. By the way, we do have an event coming on later tonight. I'll be actually hosting with Big Geo, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You do not want to miss that. Good low. Forward one again. And now Akstar trying to tee off. What can he do from here, though? He has a gigantic lead. Akstar is absolutely demolishing FireAxe, and FireAxe has got to get started. Nice Ninja Stars, though, does not call it out, does FireAxe. And now this is going to be Skibbity trying to get that tremor pressure on. Nice, the air grab is going to hit it. That is going to be the round. And now Akstar has FireAxe in big trouble. This early, this is not where you want to be if you're young Skibbity. Nice. Another grab to send it back his way. Nice low. FireAxe has got to get started. Does get the mix. He's got it. FireAxe is teeing off. Does not get the remix, though. Nice down one, forward one. The tremor, though, just to call it out, that is going to be a beautiful block. However, it is still Akstar's turn, courtesy of his own tremor. Overhead is going to be money. Let's see what both these two do have planned. Will FireAxe be able to take out Akstar? Playing a lot more defensively minded. Akstar's going to get up in there, though. That's going to be a full punish. That should be the round. Let's see how much damage this does. Good. And still going on strong. The 2-4-4. Good flawless block, though. The down one. FireAxe only moments away. Can Akstar? Wait a minute. Oh, here's Tremor. Akstar, he gets one more hit. Will cause FireAxe to need to spend that breaker. And he gets it! We got to break away from that. We most certainly have got to break away from that. And by the way, if you're enjoying, I'll say in a minute. Jump in, but that's a beautiful anti-air coming from Skibbity, and he will now tie this up. Oh, Loxxed, I don't know, man. I don't know. Why does your character have 50-50s everywhere? Good low again. All right, Ninja Star is going to be on the loose. And these two still swinging, man. They are swinging for the fences. Oh, no punish. The down one, though. Hang on a second. Overhead smash, and here comes big FireAxe. Yeah, of course, Loxxed, of course. FireAxe with the lead. Can he maintain it, though? That is the question. FireAxe trying to eliminate Akstar right here and now. Sindel and Reiko, man. Two characters on the very high end of the tier list, depending on who you ask. Akstar, he's having a trouble closing the distance, though. Can he do this? Akstar trying to get this done, but he is on borrowed time, or so it would appear. And FireAxe continuing to dominate this round, and that is going to do it. FireAxe gonna drop Akstar down to only one more life. He will need one more. This is essentially a game 5 between these two players, and then their teammate will have to come out, whoever is on the losing end of it. Let's go take a look at that replay if we can. And Chad, I gotta say, man, these two starting off hot and heavy and going absolutely insane. Akstar with a pretty dominant game number 1, but FireAxe, since switching to the Sindel, is having a very successful game number 2. Let's see what this will be, and let's see if Akstar decides to go with a switch. Let's do it. And Spawn is saying you gotta win one more. That goes for both players, though. Let's do it. Let's make this happen. Let's go and let's roll.
Reiko. Sindel.
All right, FireAxe coming out with that Sindel. Is Akstar gonna switch? No, he's going back in with the same combo. By the way, Kaizen, shout outs to you, shout outs to CGF. Thank you so much for coming through. Hopefully you're having a great day. And Salty might go up in the building as well. And Cat Saber, what's going on, everybody?
Round 1, fight.
And Chad, if you are just tuning in, this is going to be 2v2 action. The player is already selling itself, man. This has been an absolute dynamic set. However, Akstar now going to go with a lot more zoning, saying, FireAxe, you're going to have to come to me. Akstar, one of the best players, formerly of the Middle East, now representing Europe. I do believe, actually, he said he lived in France. Nice low. Nice low again. And now FireAxe going to be coming on strong. What's up, Yellow Flash? So base fight night is a super cool space. We like to have fun here. We absolutely do. But FireAxe now gonna take the lead. Akstar in a position he'd rather not be, chat. Nice. 2-4. And FireAxe is gaming right now. Yo, what's up, Big Yellow Flash? Great to see you. However, let's see if Akstar can close the distance. He does have a character that can put up a huge chunk of change. Good low into the Ninja Stars. FireAxe gonna be punching right through that. Can he get this? Akstar, he's close. FireAxe knows he only needs a little bit more damage. There's the air grab. And this should be enough. No, he does have Breaker. And Peter's in the building. Great to see you in the house. Hopefully you're having a great day and welcome to the channel. Let's see who's got it. Akstar, he is looking for that kill button. Nice low, and there's the air grab. FireAxe, there's 15 seconds left. Somebody's gotta go. It's that wing. No, there's no way. Akstar, just run, just run. He's trying to time him out. No, why did he do that? Oh. That will be the round Akstar thought it was going to kill. Holy moly. And FireAxe with the smallest percentage of health going to bring that back and steal it. Akstar, he needs to win this round. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And Kaizen, to your point, that was a flawless block coming from Big FireAxe. The 2-4. And now FireAxe trying to throw, but it's not going to be him having it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. And FireAxe with another lead on Akstar. FireAxe trying to tear this one apart, and Akstar is in all sorts of trouble. Nice. And FireAxe backing up with another forward one punish. And here he goes, Chad, the 2-4. Nice. Overhead is going to be good. Another break. I'm sorry. Another use of the Ninja Stars. More projectiles on the board. Akstar can still win this. However, it would take a solid amount of damage. So what is Kung Lao's best cameo? Probably Sector. Probably Sector. Or Tremor. I don't know. Nobody tells me nothing. That's the South Spouse. And chat, this is going to do it. This is going to be Akstar going down, and that is going to be the game. And Team FireAxe and Carnage is going to eliminate Akstar, at least for now. With that being the game that we will now have to see if Wasnet can come through and take a game off this man. Let's get it sent to the replay, and then let's get it sent your way. All right, gotcha, Cat Saver. Thank you so much for coming through, and thank you so much for spending some time with us. And that goes to everybody in the chat. We still got a lot of action coming your way, and let's send it. And let's see now if Big Wasnet representing CGF, let's see if he can make it happen.
Sector, hanging guns.
Bar my entry, and I'll find another way in.
Outworld takes a dim view.
All right, chat, here we go. We are now on to the next game. This is FireAxe and Carnage. Now Wasnet has got to solo this team. He's got to win 3 games. Pro Stone is saying, let's go, CGF. Jump ins all over the place. And with Akstar going down, this is Wasnet. He is going to have to win this on his own. However, though, it does appear Akstar was able to clear the room at least a little bit. Now, it is up to Wasnet. He just has to win 1 game to unlock Carnage. Can he do it? Jump ins again, but it's FireAxe who's going to be zoning. By the way, Wits, LateRock, Cold, and LilDre, you guys already know what to do. Nice low, but wait a minute, though, there's a forward one. Overhead lashes, and now the projectile's going to be on the board. FireAxe trying to zone this man. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to win this damn thing? The overhead lashes again, and here is going to be Wasnet. Can he take this? Overhead is going to be money. And these two going working from pillar to post. Wasnet getting a big pickup. However, FireAxe says enough is enough. We gotta break away. And these two, man, playing at a snail's pace, but you know what? You've got to be super calculated. Good catch from Fire. What is the mix? And he catches him! And FireAxe absolutely going to try to dismantle this man, Wasnet. Forward 1, and this should be the round. Wasnet not even gonna bother breaking away. Knows it's a lost cause.
You shame your clan.
Round 2, fight.
All right, Chad, let's see it. Let's go, and let's roll the 1-1 into the scream. We are coming on strong. FireAxe needs 1 game right now to knot this up between these two. And so does Wasnet to activate Carnage. Can Wasnet get on his bike and get rolling? By the way, Pursuing Breeze, what's going on? I'm looking very much forward to seeing you play tomorrow. But look at this Sindel in the form of FireAxe. He's going crazy. And FireAxe looking to put the finishing touches on this round. However, Wasnet needs to get out of this corner right now. And he slams him back down again. FireAxe, another forward one. Good stuff from Wasnet. All right, the jump ins again. Wait a minute. Overhead lashes a forward one. He catches him. And this could be it. Wasnet has got to, no, he resets him. And that is going to do it. FireAxe now only needs to win one game to advance his team. We have not even got to see Carnage today. And I'm pissed, chat. I'm royally pissed.
Sindel wins.
And let's go take a look at that replay if we can. And if you are just tuning in, by the way, we have some of the best players in Europe, some of the best players in North America here with us today. And you will get to see the North American side of things coming up in the next match. But now, let's see if FireAxe can win one game and send his team into the semis. All right, let's do this. Let's make it happen. It's FireAxe and Carnage. Wasnet only has one life left. Let's see what he's got.
Tremor. Sector. Treasure chamber.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
And as always, chat, thank you guys again so much for hanging out with us, making these events possible. FireAxe needs just one game to make this work.
Round one. Fight.
All right, here we go. FireAxe and Wasnet coming through. Nice. Lashes again, though. The Sector cameo, that will be. He's still going to get a combo. Beautiful stuff from FireAxe. And Dame Creations, what's going on, brother? Welcome back. How is everything going? All right, FireAxe, just one more game is needed. Can he do it? And he is already off to a tremendous start. He is trying to get his team to the winning side of the equation. I know, absolutely, PlatinumHunt. It is Carnage doing all the work here. Nice. But wait a minute, though. Here we go again, and that's going to be FireAxe. And he is lighting this place up like a Christmas tree. Wasnet is going to be only having one round left. FireAxe just needs one.
Round two. Fight.
By the way, Wits and LateRock, if you guys can prepare those invites just in case this ends a little bit early, definitely would appreciate it. Guys, you are watching Babe's Fight Night, MK1 2v2 edition. Jump-ins again. The bomb's not going to catch him. FireAxe adapting so well to how Wasnet's playing. Good low again. Beautiful grab as well. Throws him right out of the corner and throws him right back into the corner side. The lows again. All right, though. And still swinging our bow. And FireAxe with a nice flawless block, but he's gonna call him right out of it. And here we go as FireAxe starting to roll. Wasnet in all sorts of trouble here. FireAxe trying to solo this thing. Can he do it? Down 1, 2, 4. And now is this mix gonna hit? It is, and I think this is gonna be it, chat. This is gonna be Wasnet going down. And that is going to be the set. GG's to all 4 players. Akstar, you know we love to have you here, and thank you so much for playing again. That will be the set. And chat, with that result, we got to go now take a look at that replay and get us now started on the North American side of things. What a set from FireAxe, man. Able to take out 2 opponents right there. We did not even get to see Carnage, but you know what? That might change in the next round. However, chat, that is now going to be us going to that bracket. Let me show you exactly how things are working. All right, so once again, it's going to be none other than FireAxe and Carnage going through and making that walk to the semifinals. And as always, GG's to everybody who's been playing so far. Chat, coming up next is going to be Cold and LilDre taking on Wits and LateRock. We're going to send you there right now. Let's get started and let's go.
Cyrax. Movado.
All right, chat, this is going to be the next match. This is going to be LilDre and Cold taking on LateRock and Wits. Let me fix that scoreboard if I can, and then we're gonna be all ready to go, chat. Let's do the damn thing. By the way, Kale, Loxxed, Plupil, and Merengue, make sure you guys are all set to go right after this. And if anybody does want to donate to the winning team today, you can most certainly do that right here, but let's get going. All right, this is LilDre serving up with the Cyrax, gonna be drinking on the job. He said, yo, baby, can we get Kale DQ'd? Absolutely, absolutely. With a $10 donation, you can DQ Kale for as many games as you need. I'm kidding, of course, but however, here comes Cyrax. Cyrax again, the bomb squad on the loose, and LilDre is feeling right at home, but there's a big overhead smash coming from LateRock. Let's see what we got. Let's see what both these two are gonna be serving up on the job. Overhead is gonna be good. And now Dre's starting to run away with this thing. Remember, you only need to win 2 games. North America is here to battle. Nice, down one. Good blood ball. However, though, this is gonna be chip territory, but hang on a second, LateRock can still make this work. He would have to avoid another hit of armor should Dre choose to use it. One more hit, that's all he needs. And look at him backing up, he doesn't want to get hit. Madam Bo, but the low is gonna catch him, and there's LilDre. And Cheesy, I disagree as well. What's up going on, Big Cheesy?
Fight.
And let's see which one of these players are gonna be coming out on top. The down one, so a bit of a trade there. And now it's gonna be Dre. He is mashing, and LateRock is in so much trouble. And Cyrax, a character we have seen absolutely run the meta. Jumping in, jumping out, and look at this damage again. Coming from LilDre. Can he take this, man? Can he dominate this set? Can he activate wits? But right now, he's gotta work on this first game. Nice, the grab as well, but wait a minute, though, he's throwing him aerial. And LilDre is continuing to roll. This Cyrax is showing no signs of slowing down. And the Madam Bo to keep the combo going. You are not free to press buttons. In fact, that is gonna be the game. LilDre on the board.
You cannot.
And clean up on aisle 12, man. Absolutely insane. Cold gonna dominate that game and take a game off of LateRock and Wits. Let's go look at that replay if we can. And there are scary teams here, chat. This 2v2 is not for the faint of heart. There are some very, very scary teams here, and we have not even gotten to some of the better players. I'm sorry, the best players in this event. Let's do it, and let's send it back your way. Chat, let me hear it from you right now. Put a 1 in, and by the way, East Coast coming through with a 10, saying let's get it, babe. East Coast, thank you so much. Who was that?
Only against those.
That's a familiar face. I know it for a fact. Thank you so much. Now a $10 prize pool. Holy moly. All right.
Round one.
All right, let's do it though, man. Now we got to give East Coast his money's worth. Thank you again. To get this war criminal of a character out of here since he's please ban Cyrax in the future. Maybe we'll see. I know, EC, I thought it was you, but I know you're coming from California, so you're not the East Coast. EC, I had a feeling, though. I had a feeling. I was just waiting for you to make landfall over here. Either way, shout out to EC. Can we get some big W's for my man EC? And now we gotta give EC his money's worth. Let's see who is gonna be taking this. However, though, that Havik starting to put up a lot more damage. And by the way, Knight, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the chat. And let's see. All right, LateRock. Still trying to get there on the board. There's gonna be a big low coming from him. Smashing him back down, and look at this damage. LateRock coming on through. LateRock does have the lead. He is playing a lot better. Remember, 2v2, you do start off with 4 lives. We count backwards. He cannot afford to give this up, but he gets shimmied. Nice. And this is bleak, chat. This is tough. How do you beat this? We're gonna have to find out, but either way, it's gonna be Dre, and he's gonna be coming on strong. Wait a minute. Nice. And another one, but wait, the overhead. And that poke into special is gonna be it. And by the way, he says first time to watch on Twitch, and it's lit. Wacky Bandit, thank you so much, man. We love to see new people in the building, and make yourself at home. Smashes him back down on the ground again, and this is going to now be the bomb squad on the loose. And as always, shout out to this amazing community. Thank you so much to EC for coming through with the 10 bomb, and thank you so much to Ace for blowing away that sub goal. We love you, brother. And now again, we are coming on strong. LateRock cannot afford to give up the mix. He's got to keep this man on the defensive. Nice. All right, plus frames again, the down one, and then with the Madam Bo grab into the Madam Bo low. This is not where you want to be. And Dre trying to end this alone. The armor gonna get completely shattered. Oh, the bomb's on the ground, the bomb's on the ground, the bomb's on the ground. But so is gonna be the mine. LateRock with the lead, can he maintain it? That's gonna be a punish, that should be the round. And that, no, he's gonna break, interesting. What's up, Tormguard? I'm doing amazing. How's everything on your side of the aisle? LateRock finally getting started. He is only down by 1 round. This is gonna be the most pivotal sequence. He's gotta get it going.
Fight.
Beautiful punish from LateRock to send this corner bound and down. And the blood balls are all over the place. Team North America is not playing. And you can see LilDre trying to solo this. Says, we don't need no Cole today. We don't need no rain action. It's all Cyrax. And by the way, Mighty Guapo in the building as well. I've not seen you in forever. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully your day is starting off great. Madam Bo's is going good as well, as you can see. Got to break away from that one. LateRock does not want to eat all this damage. Oh, he gets caught, does big LilDre. And a nice overhead swing. This is looking bad. By the way, Cold, I have banned Sector in the past. Yeah, just letting you guys know. Down one, and hang on a second, LateRock, can he do this? He's gonna wake up with armor, without a doubt. No? Oh, I show, wait, throw the grab, that's gonna be the game! And that, just like that, the turn of tide, I think this is guaranteed. And hang on a second, hang on a second, hang on a second! Is this gonna do it? Is this gonna kill? No, one more! LateRock, he's gonna get shimmied, and that is gonna be the ball game! And that is gonna be LilDre eliminating LateRock just like that. And LateRock is going down. Now it is gonna be up to Wits to come out here and make sure that this gets done. However, Team LilDre and Cold still sitting pretty. By the way, Big Tazzy up in the building. I've not seen you in forever. How's everything? All right, chat, we are going and we are rolling this 2v2 North America versus Europe. You will not see the two regions play until Grand Finals, which will be a 1st to 3. Let's get it going and let's see if Big Wits does have the technology to get out here and get it done against one of the best characters in the game. So you got into police, like jail, or like actual, like, you're a cop now.
Cyrax.
All right, Chad, this is gonna be LilDre and Cole taking on Big Wits. Let me change that X. Wits has now got to solo this entire squad.
Never tell us about Sector.
It's never
Being a
easy
cop, dude, that's
between
amazing, dude.
lovers.
Love to hear. Congratulations. I'm still looking for a career of my own, but I think just screaming at people for a while is gonna be my calling. Let's get you guys back to the action. LilDre and Cole gonna be coming through. If they can eliminate Wits, this set is over. Nice. Oh, wait, let me put that back up. All right, now we're good. Nice. All right, LilDre, Wits though. Let's see if he's gonna be a tougher task or will he suffer the exact same fate? We will see. By the way, Yosi in the building as well. Great to see everybody here to support each player. And Wits, he's got to get it going, man. Again, LilDre appears to be mixing all over the place. And this character has just once again been running all over this meta. There's another grab and another low. Madam Bo, chat, if you're in the YouTube side, tell me in the comments, how do you beat this character? I know that Kale did have some tech. We did see it against Sonic Fox. You will see Kale here today. And maybe he will need to bring out another miracle because LilDre is drinking on the job, showing no signs of slowing down.
Ugh, fight like you mean it.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's go. Let's get this started, though, but it's going to be Dre starting off with some armor. Wits cannot afford to lose this game. Beautiful grab coming from him. Madam Bo there to pick up the tab, and this is not going well for Wits. This Cyrax running all over the meta. Nice. And now we got to break away. We most certainly do. However, though, there's going to be the goop on the loose. He's still going to connect. That goop does last a lifetime, as we well know. Nice. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. And Cold is just kicking back, man. He's saying, I don't have to play bet. That's how it's looking right now. But can LilDre continue this onslaught? He is catching him out of the air. That's going to be a big punish, though. It's advanced Cyrax locks. We might. We'll see how this tournament goes. However, we don't actually have a lot of Cyrax players, believe it or not. We only have like 3 or 4. Nice overhead smash. Loxxed. Oh, I'm sorry, not Loxxed. That's going to be Wits. He does have the lead. He cannot afford to get hit again. That is going to be the round. No, he's going to break away. He believes. Wits cannot afford to give this up. Nice, Madam Bo again. One more hit, that's all Wits needs. And here comes Sector, and that's gonna be the round.
Storm is coming.
Final round. Fight.
All right, let's see it. Let's keep this going. He said 3 or 4 too many. You might be right, Dave. You might be right about that. But no shimmy. Good, but the Madam Bo again. And Wits gets caught. You should bet all of top 5. That's a good idea as well. I'm down with that. Nice. Arian and Amir-san would be in shambles, bro. They would have no careers. In the down 2 again, the Rockets. What do we do from here? A nice big overhead. What's going on, Moaz? That is actually my cat. Thank you again. Coming on strong as Wits, however, it is going to be LilDre with the lead. This character is absolutely Captain Insano from start to finish. And I heard Cyrax cooks in basically every matchup. Maybe outside of T1000, I'm not sure. And Wit's gonna spin it. He's going for it, but that's gonna do it. And LilDre is still sitting perfect, breaking the legs, and that is gonna be the game. Wits gonna be dropping down to just 1 more life.
Cyrax wins.
And all right, chat, on to the replay. We got to go and take a look at how he was able to do it. Now, Wits would have to run the tables and win 4 straight if he's going to get this done. By the way, Brendan, that is an old bracket. Every bracket we have usually is going to be on stream. I will show it to you guys as the set ends. Let's get you guys sent back towards the match and let's roll. And by the way, a huge shout out out to Call Me EC for dropping that 10 bomb. If anybody else does want to donate to the winning team, you can do so right there. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. Now it's gonna be Witch coming out with the Mileena. A very interesting pick.
To keep this side of me hidden.
By the way, Plupil, Merengue, Kale, and Loxxed, get those invites sent out. Just be AFK in the hill, and once I get there, I'll go AFK and you guys can get started. Since Cyrax must be banned from your tournaments, we did have her banned before. I'll make that decision today. I'll tell you guys right now. However, though, this character again is going to be the goop on the loose, and LilDre is showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. This matchup is insane. Jumps again, but a beautiful anti-air. Dre is game, and this character might be powerful, but Dre is also playing exceptional. Nice. Oh, the orbiting head, but it's not plus enough. And look at the damage, chat. Look at the damage. Madam Bo serving up drinks again on the job. Bomb squad on the loose. This is tough to call. However, the Witch trying to get literally anything started. But what can you do against this freight train of a character? Nice. Good. And another grab. He says, get off of me, good sir. Would you please? Nice low. And Dre is going to be on set point just like that. And Salty is even in chat saying, I love Cyrax. I bet you do, Salty. I bet you do. However, though, this is going to go one of two ways. Either it's going to be Witz making that historic comeback, or LilDre continuing to make this happen. This is such a tough set. What are you supposed to do against this character, chat? All right. And again, LilDre, he might be trying to just clean this up right here and now. He's going to, oh, the grab again. This is insane amounts of pressure right now, chat. What are you supposed to do? Maybe we'll find an answer one day, but until then, it's gonna be all Dre, and Witz is in big trouble. Does get a combo though, hang on. He would have to basically be perfect. Can he do it? Does not get the mix. LilDre, the defense is good. Witz with a nice tech though. Jumps in again, by the way. Demiri, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, and Dre needs one more, and that looks like, wait a minute. That's gonna be his last one. Can Witz be perfect from here? Witz looking for that instant air punish, but I don't think it's coming. He could have picked that up. Oh, and that's going to be LilDre with a 4-0 score. He is going to eliminate LateRock and Witz, and that is going to do it. Chat, that is going to be the end now of set number 3, and we got one more coming your way for round number 1. Let me show you exactly what it is I'm talking about, and then let's get it sent your way. You are not going to want to miss this. This is going to be one of the best players in the world. I'm, of course, talking about Loxxed, and he will be joined by OnlineCale. Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, with all that going on, that is going to be a serious amount of damage. Witz, thank you so much for playing, man. LateRock, you know you're my boy. We look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. However, that will be the end of set number 3, and let's get you back to that bracket. All right, so with that result right there, it's going to be none other than Cold and LilDre making their way to the semifinals. Chad, coming up next, this is going to be none other than Kale and Loxxed taking on Plupil and Merengue. Invites have already been sent out. Let's do the damn thing and let's send it your way. Invites have already been sent out. Let me handle those channel predictions and then let's get started. By the way,
Ghostface.
all right, looks like Plupil coming out with that HomeLander. Is gonna be Loxxed coming out with that Ghostface. Let's see what he's got.
The Tea House.
All right, Chad, game number 1 is coming your way. It's going to be none other than Loxxed taking on Big Plupil. Plupil, somebody we've not had in quite a while. No text Tazzy coming through saying good luck, man. Let's see what they can do. All right, Plupil, that HomeLander player. Remember, every team does have 4 lives. Gonna be going for the grab. Plupil not having it. I don't know how HomeLander does against the broke face, though. Tries to go for that pickup, though. That overhead will be here to stay. The low as well. And here comes Big Loxxed. Loxxed has been improving so much. What's up, KFC, dude? Welcome to the channel. How you been? Welcome back, I should say. And now Loxxed trying to make it rain. Big Baba Frankie in the house. What's going on? Big Baba Frankie, I hear you're back from that vacation. How was your stay, my man? Nice. Oh, the overhead gonna nail him again, and Plupil is in all sorts of trouble, Chad. Down 1. Nice low. The Farah overhead is absolutely going to connect. This is going wild. And these players continuing to batter each other from pillar to post. Another command grab. Wait a minute. Plupil might have something here. Down 1, but hang on, though. You gotta wonder, Loxxed. He's gonna get that command grab. The homie's gonna stab him, and that's gonna do it.
Maybe
And chat, Loxxed is rolling. Remember, OnlineCale is there in the reserves should he be needed. Overhead slam yet again. Dairyman, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the channel. How's your day going? He says, I want to watch Loxxed play, but I don't want to watch HomeLander. Well, if Loxxed plays good, he will get rid of the HomeLander. However, only one way to see, only one way to find out. And again, we got to break away from that bad boy. Nice overhead slam yet again. And this is now going to be none other than Plupil with a dominating round. Kuroshi in the building. Shout outs to you, shout outs to TLR. We got a member or two of TLR on stream today. Happy to be back home in such a long time since I saw my apartment, man. Hey, make sure you clear that dust, Big Baba. And we're gonna clear the dust here on stream. Loxxed trying to bring this all the way back. Oh, Dairyman, I'm just saying what's going on. Hello, how are you? Nice. And is he gonna spend the fatal? Does he let it rip right now? I think he's gonna let it cut loose like me in an elevator chat. But wait, Racer, my goat, how you been? Everybody is in the building today. You do love to see it. And that will be game number 1. Going to Loxxed, taking out Plupil, dropping him down to 3 more lives. And a crazy sequence, chat, an absolutely diabolical sequence. And that's gonna be Loxxed getting it done. Let's go take a look at the replay again, brought to you by this amazing community.
Ghostface wins.
By the way, guys, we do have another event coming today at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll actually be joined on the mic by Big Geo, who's gonna be coming through. Let's make sure we give him a warm welcome. But first, let's see what these players can make happen. And Loxxed, man, he's been winning a lot here. There's no two ways about it. But he does have OnlineCales in the background.
Hello?
Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it, Dairyman. Either way, welcome to the channel, man. Make yourself at home. We do have a lot of good Mortal Kombat action. We have a lot of good players here, and FireAxe.
Ghostface. Tremor. Feral.
All right, let's get you back to the action. Let's see if Plupil does have anything planned for us here in game number 2. Chat, let's do the damn thing.
A Superman goes fast.
And Loxxed, man, one of the better Ghostfaces, man. Watching his progression has been something to behold, man. I don't even think he used to main this character.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let's do it, chat. This is going to be the last quarterfinal of the night. By the way, FireAxe, Carnage, Rass, and PlatinumHunt, you guys already know what to do. What's going on, Big Ultimate? Great to see you up in the house, my goat. How is everything up in Washington? Nice. All right, and here comes none other than Big Loxxed. He is again storming, coming through with that lead. Nice, these overheads are absolutely catching him. Hey, man, Racer, thank you so much for any amount of time you do spend here. We love you, brother, and we hope to see you again. Nice. Jump up again, and Loxxed is continuing to roll. And Loxxed right now only needs a little bit more damage. This HomeLander is not homelanding hard enough. The low is not going to connect. Okay. Block, and this could be the end, chat. This could be Merengue going down. Keep in mind, Loxxed, we need to win one more round after that. This is not over. Not just yet, but wait a minute. Can Plupil get anything started here? Loxxed's defense has been supreme. His offense has been supreme, and that's going to do it.
It's a simple
Loxxed needs just one more. Is he going to try to solo this entire squad? We have been seeing a little bit of that early and often. Back up into the air we go. This is going to be Loxxed Airlines. Population U, bro. Flight is clear for a takeoff. Good. Stabs him in the chest. 9 out of 10 proctologists. Not going to recommend that. Good. Where has he got the overhead going to land? Here comes Plupil. Plupil getting it going. Trying to track him to that east side of the corner. Nice low. The overhead not going to pay off this time. The down 1, and now here is going to be Loxxed with a beautiful whip punish, chat. Breakaway is going to be good. Nice. And this is going to be Loxxed. This is his world, and we're just living in it. And Loxxed needs about one more if he wants to send this one home. One more mix would do it. He's got it. Not able to convert, though. And this, one more. Hit of armor. And the low not going to connect. And wait a minute, chat. Plupil is going crazy. Can he get this last one? Spend it, he can't! And this one more is gonna be it. That is gonna be all Loxxed. Taking out Plupil, dropping their team down to only 2 more lives. Holy moly, chat. All right, Loxxed is here to stay. He is here to play. Plupil will be going down with that affair. Let's go take a look at that replay if we can. And all right, chat, just like that, it's Plupil and that HomeLander. They will be going down. This will be our last quarterfinal of the night before we got to go back upstairs and see how the EU region is doing. Either way, let's get it sent back your direction and let's get going. All right, now, by the looks of it, it will be none other than Merengue, who's got to go on AFK and get us started. It looks like we're ready, chat. And Kale is just watching in the background saying, am I needed today or not? What are we doing here? And by the way, if anybody does want to donate to the winning player of this event, the winning team of this event today, you can do so right here. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for supporting, help keeping these daily events going. And by the way, we've been running those two-a-days a lot more often.
No one on it is going to die.
All right, let's do the damn thing. It's now going to be Merengue. Can him and this smoke come through and clean up the competition? However, Loxxed, though, he is looking pretty good, trying to solo this entire team. We have seen that once or twice this event already. And slams him right back down. We are going aerial again. And look at this damage now coming from Big Loxxed, trying to do this. And Merengue cannot press that block button fast enough. He is in some serious trouble. Is Loxxed gonna steamroll this, man? Merengue has not been able to get going once. He's gotta block this. He's gotta block this. That one, the overhead, gonna be rearing its ugly head yet again. And here comes none other than Loxxed, making it happen, slamming it back down. And this is looking to be a very, very dominant round. And that is gonna do it. And that is Loxxed steamrolling at the moment.
Hang up on me again.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice. All right, though, again, we are going to be breaking our backs here. Merengue now finally, oh, that's going to be a punish. We got to break. You know that, Loxxed, once he takes his turn back, he might never stop. And by the way, Cobra Tango coming through with the 10-month resubscription. Almost 1 year on the board. Thank you so much, Cobra. Holy moly. All right, man. All right, chat, I'm ready. Cobra, thank you so much. And by the way, that's Silver Vape. 1 more month, I believe. And it's going to be all gold from here. Thank you so much, Big Cobra. However, still going and still flowing is everybody. And now Loxxed looking to clean this up. Merengue cannot get started. All right, Merengue, this is going to be it. This is now or never. He's got to guess right. But so does Loxxed. Hang on a second. Still pressing on through. The damage, though. The damage. Wait a minute, though. And that's going to do it. No. The low. Look. Merengue, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. Overhead, no good. And by the way, Vape's on Platinum T-Bags. He said W event, but I played ass. Platinum, thank you so, so much. A $13 prize pool. If that was from you, thank you again. And chat, that is gonna be the game. By the way, now a $13 prize pool. And you can see Loxxed, he can see the prize pool from here. And he's stabbing his competition away. That will be the game. He needs just one more.
Ghostface.
Thank you again, Platinum. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, no, that's not incorrect. That's correct. Let's go take a look at that replay. All right, let's do it, chat. By the way, thank you again, Platinum. Thank you again, EC, and thank you to everybody for coming through, watching, and thank you to all the players. This is now going to be Merengue. He needs to win this game. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's go and let's do this damn thing.
Ghostface. Smoke.
All right, Merengue, this will be his last chance. Can he do this? Can he at least take a game off of Loxxed? Get a little bit of momentum. That is what we like to see. By the way, after this match will be semifinal number 1. The EU region is going to be well represented with Rass, PlatinumHunt, FireAxe, and Carnage. Let's do this damn thing.
Fight.
All right, chat, the back three again. The overhead, though, the pressure is going to be mounting. And now Merengue finally getting some wind in his sails. A little bit of steam in his engine. 4-3 again. Overhead is going to be money, but hang on a second. Loxxed able to take his turn back. And Loxxed, once he gets his turn, this might be just one-way traffic. Loxxed is absolutely smashing him back down. This is going to be tough for either player. It is still going to be Merengue in the lead, although ever slight. No flawless block on that. Nice, the down one again. Overhead, though, boy, that's not going to connect. Here we go. And now Merengue finally starting to wake up in front of our eyes. Good. One more hit. That's all he needs. And it looks like he's got it, but no, not yet. The duck. Merengue finally getting something going. Can he take this? And that's going to be the round. Merengue not getting blanked today. He will need one more to tie this up between these two. But keep in mind, Kale is still waiting in the background. Nice low, the overhead as well. The low. Down one. And the pokes coming from anywhere and everywhere. And you can just see Loxxed trying to rob this man left, right, and center field. Jump ins again. The down two, chat. Down one. Nice low. And now Loxxed keeping everything, plus that armor will be here to stay. You better believe it. Nice. The low again. And this is now going to be Loxxed coming back and taking back his turn. Mike Wazowski, what's going on, brother? Saying buff smoke. We might have to. We just might have to. Good. And this is now Merengue starting to kind of take over. However, you can see Loxxed just looking for any whip punish, though. He's whipping himself, though. Nice. And another low coming your way. The double low. The flamethrower technology. Merengue really starting to pour it on. And the overhead, though, but Loxxed says you can only pour it on for so long. There's another mixy mix. What's he got planned? With this fatal kill, I don't know. It just might be enough. Hits him with the frying pan. And Chad Loxxed with this result is going to be going on to set point.
Better start running.
By the way, after this match, should it end a little bit early, will be semifinals coming up immediately after. Down two, however, that should be a full combo coming from Merengue. Let's see if he can take one. If he can eliminate Loxxed, he might have some ground to stand on. And by the way, Online Tony coming through with the 10 bomb. Thank you so much to Big Tony. Tony with one of the best prodigies in the entire scene, OnlineCale, and an Omega Sweat himself. Thank you so much for that. Shout out to Online Tony. Taporia or Oliveira? I'm going Taporia on that series. Like, I love Charles Oliveira, but I got Taporia. He's undefeated, man. He's a beast. I saw what he did to Max Holloway. Nice low, and this looks like Merengue might be able to end things right now. Loxxed is in some big trouble. This could be enough to do it. Online Tony, great to see you back, my brother. Good to see ya. Thank you so much for that 10 bomb. Hang on, we're still going. We're still rolling the overhead again. And this is now, wait a minute, this might be enough. And this, Chad, the biggest robbery I've seen. This might be enough. And that is going to be Loxxed absolutely taking it. And that is going to be him eliminating this team 4-0. And GG's to both players, man. Holy moly, what a set. Brendy Cage, what's up? And Online Tony, I see you in the building. Thank you so much again. See, I'm trying to support Loxxed. Yeah, no, Loxxed is looking good, man, to say the least. That will be the end of the set, chat, and that is now us going to the semifinals. Congrats to both. By the way, Merengue and Plupil, thank you guys again for stopping by. Let's get you guys sent back to that bracket, and let's see how things are going. And chat, with that result right there, our semifinals are all set, and we're going to run through it right now. It is going to be Team Kale and Loxxed. Kale clearly carrying on that last match. However, now it is going to be semifinals. EU on top, North America on bottom. Let's see who is going to win this one. Rass and PlatinumHunt taking on FireAxe and Carnage. This is going to determine who is going to grand finals for Europe. Let's do it. Let's send it your way, and let's go.
Scorpion. Living for.
All right, chat, this will be, let me go ahead, let me fix this real quick if I can. This will be Team FireAxe and Carnage coming out on the left side of things, taking out Big PlatinumHunt and Rass coming out on the right. By the way, if you did bet on Kale and Loxxed, you will be winning on Kale and Loxxed. This will be semifinal number 1, and let me reflect that on the round name. All right, let's do it. Let me go ahead. Let me see if I can spell that right. Words are hard, chat, as we all know. And by the way, I want to hear, who do you guys have on this? I bet I've been busy father mode trying to stay sane. Oh, man, I can understand that. 110%. By the way, guys, go ahead and vote on those channel predictions. Who do you have winning? Will it be FireAxe and Carnage, or will it be PlatinumHunt and Big Rass? Either one of these teams could absolutely rob each other. We already know what it is we are looking at. Channel predictions are up, and let's go. All right, let's see it, though. Let's make this damn thing happen. That's going to be FireAxe coming out with the Sindel. Looking to get this done a little bit early. Coming out with his main right off the bat. And let's see which one of Europe. By the way, grand finals, again, going to be a first 2-3 set. That means each team will have 6 lives. Nice. Overhead is going to be looking good. FireAxe, though, he's going delayed. That's going to be the round. That's going to be crazy. And wait, no, PlatinumHunt's not done just yet. That's insane. The tremor hit from behind.
This is my empire.
That is busted. This cameo is absolutely insane, chat. All right, though, slices and dices him. We're going aerial. Big pickup again from PlatinumHunt. All right, coming back in, though. This is going to be some serious damage. PlatinumHunt with a small lead. Can he extend it? And both these guys continuing to go crazy, batter each other from pillar to post. The jump in, but no cross-guard punish. Down one. And FireAxe with a delayed, super delayed walk-in grab, calling Scorpion to get you the hell out of there. Nice. And PlatinumHunt, though, kind of whiffing in public. That overhead slam not going to land. And that is going to be him getting out of dodge again. Love the way he's using that Scorpion cameo. And you can see it, Carnage is over here saying, let's go, Big FireAxe, get this done for me. By the way, Big Eggs in the building. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Much love, and hopefully your friend's channel is doing a little bit better. All right, PlatinumHunt, though. Pierce, I do believe, coming out of, what is it, Germany? I'm not sure. FireAxe coming out of Serbia, but right now he's coming through with a tremendous amount of damage. FireAxe trying to solo this thing. Can he get it done? All right, 4-1 again, and chat, this is gonna be the route. This is gonna be the game. FireAxe able to seal it, and now that is gonna be a 1-0 score and absolutely light this place on fire.
That was entertaining.
Brutality.
All right, Team Pierce Ross gonna be going down just a little bit. However, they will have a chance to respond. Let's see what they decide to come out with. And by the way, we have not got to see Carnage even once today. I'm a little bit upset about that. Carnage, why are you hiding from us, bro? We want to see the gameplay. The YouTube wants to see it, and I know the Twitch wants to see it right here. Let's get you back to the action, and let's do it. By the way, guys, we will be live again 9 p.m. Eastern Time with a North America Top 8 Showdown. Be sure to tune on in.
Send down Ghostface.
All right, let's do it. Let's get it sent in your general direction. This is PlatinumHunt. He needs to win this match. Yo, what's up, Big Barry?
It ends here.
Big Eggs is saying I'm up in the building as well. We are all seeing here who is going to come out of Europe and make this happen. God damn you, Cards. All right, but only for the one time, Cards. Only for the one time. And we are slicing and dicing yet again all over the place. But FireAxe able to pick this up. FireAxe, though, he doesn't seem scared about this matchup whatsoever. Ghostface, that's what we just saw from Loxxed, is a very intimidating character. Judo Master, my boy, how's everything going? Judo Master, look at this Sindel, man. This might be one of the best Sindels you see in Mortal Kombat 1. Nice. Good. And another overhead, but that's not going to connect. PlatinumHunt now starting to kind of pour it on himself. The overhead is going to land. Here comes PlatinumHunt. Looks like he's finally waking up from that coma, but hang on a second. Nice down one and a nice big grab coming from PlatinumHunt. And aerial is where this battle will be taking place. Does he spin the fatal now? Overhead is good. That might be enough. Spin it, PlatinumHunt. Spin it if you can. And this is going to be him letting loose. This might be enough. And PlatinumHunt, this should be the round, I would think, but it's scaling. Hang on a second. This is scaling kind of bad. And this is now going to be PlatinumHunt, so it looks like it's going to be the round. And that is going to do, it's going to do just enough. 38%. Insane to see. PlatinumHunt now looking pretty good in this matchup. All right, Scorpion, just to get me the hell out of there. Nice low. All right, now PlatinumHunt trying to zone. You don't want to zone too long against Ghostface. He does have ways of getting up in there. All right, calling the homie, but again, this is going to be FireAxe trying to decimate this competition and going absolutely crazy. Another grab. Smashes him right back down. Is going to be none other than FireAxe with that Tremor cameo. Good stuff. Got to break away. You better believe it. On the homie yet again, and the knives are going to be getting tossed everywhere. And here comes FireAxe. 2-4. And by the way, Archon, what's going on, man? How's everything going? And now PlatinumHunt bringing the offense back on his own. Ghostface appears to be the main character for this event, but hang on a second. FireAxe, this should be close to being enough. He's going to go aerial. Is this going to do enough damage? Does he need a reset? And FireAxe, this is going to be one more. And chip territory going for the safe sweep, and that will be the round.
Poor thing.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, the Whippopotamus now coming from Big PlatinumHunt. And by the way, Cat Saver up in the building. Hopefully your internet's doing okay. And that is going to be PlatinumHunt whipping all over the place. 9 out of 10 orthodontists not going to recommend that. Okay, nice. FireAxe, can he eliminate PlatinumHunt right here and right now? Does he have the technology? Does he have the goods? Aerial is where this battle is taking place. And FireAxe just needs one more. That Scorpion not able to clean up the damage. Down one again, the double down with the double dip. Jaswo, what's going on? And by the way, everybody in chat, can we wish Jaswo a happy birthday today? I don't know how old or young they are. Either way, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a great day. Shout outs to you and shout outs to CGF. Hang on a second though. All right. And the overhead, wait a minute, here comes PlatinumHunt. Can PlatinumHunt get this done right here and now? Can he make this happen? 26, oh yeah, that's Unk status, that's Unk status. Just kidding, happy birthday to you, and that will be PlatinumHunt. I'm sorry, that will be FireAxe. Taking the round, taking the game, and eliminating PlatinumHunt. But now, here comes a very tried and true boss character coming from the EU region. And if you're coming from North America, if you've never heard of Rass, feast your eyes on what you're about to see. By the way, thank you so much for the follows. Welcome everybody to the stream. And thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us. We still have a tremendous amount of great action coming your way. Let's send it back your direction and let's see what Rass is going to be bringing to the equation. And let's go. By the way, courtesy of EC, Platinum Hunt, and Online Tony, this is currently a $23 prize pool. If anybody does want to donate to that any further, you can do so right there. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. And now Rass gonna be coming on through. And by the way, Cold, LilDre, Kale, and Loxxed, you guys already know what to do. Make sure those invites are sent out as this set looks like it's ending.
Sindel, Cum Laude, Tremor, Sector, Bullshit Academy.
All right, let's do it, chat. Let's get hyped. Let's send these warriors to battle. By the way, let me put that red X of Doom over Big PireX's name. However, let's see if Rass can win this. If he wins again, you will see another cameo from PireX later on in the event. However, FireAxe, he has soloed the team so far. He has not been losing often. He took out Akstar and he took out Big Wasnet. Does he have the same thing to do to this semifinal appearance? But Rass is gaming right now. This is one of the best Kung Laos you will see in MK1, and he is making no bones about it. The hats are everywhere. FireAxe is in trouble. He's in trouble early, by the way. What's going on, Michael Garza? Great to see you in the house. Nice low. Jump ins again. And now Rass, he is playing spin to win. He is playing this keep away. And he is playing this quite nicely, I might add. However, though, Rass, he would need to win 4 games here. Is it possible? Absolutely. But it would be tough. He's getting hit now. Counter projectiles, but here comes Rass with a clean game, round number 1, I should say.
Round 2.
So do I have Cole's WB? I do have Cole. I think it's Captain Cold. This is WB. Cold, you have me, right? Nice. Good low. And another one to go with him. By the way, Jaswo coming through with a tier 1 sub. 4 months on the board. Thank you so much, Jaswo. Hopefully that birthday is treating you correctly, man. Hopefully you got some good cake coming your way. And thank you again for the sub. 7 on the day. This chat's going wild. As are the players, man. And you can see FireAxe trying to work his way in there, but a little bit tougher than it would seem. Rass, what has he got planned for us, though? No up block. I'm sorry. Yeah, no up block's gonna connect. Low again. All right, the down 3s are going to be everywhere. Rass still continuing to zone. This is a Bull and Matador type of match. Nice armor again. Rass starting to walk away with this thing. And more damage on the board. He said had a lot of beers already. Jaswo, I had a feeling that's why you weren't going to be in today's 2v2. But you know what? I'm going to allow it, at least for once. And that is Rass going to absolutely dominate the game against FireAxe, dropping him down to only now 3 lives.
Cum Laude.
And on to the replay we go. These players have been battling. Who is coming out of Europe to take on North America in the grand finals? Remember, 1 team of each region will be represented in grand finals. And right now, this is the European side of things. Let's go on and let's go and let's roll. And let's get it. Let's make it happen, chat. Welcome everybody tuning in. If you just got here or if you've been here the entire time, we do love to see it.
Mileena, Sector, Cum Laude, the Tea House.
Your friend Raiden is infuriating.
And let's make this happen. Let's switch those names around if we can. This is going to be PireX and Rass going to bat. However, it's going to be PireX going down, and Rass will now need to clean up the tab. If he can win 1 game here, this would be evil footing here for the EU region.
Round 1. Fight.
And let's do it. Let's make it happen. We've been live for already an hour and a half, man. Insane. This community has been supporting like no other. Thank you guys so much again. And if you're watching on the YouTube side of things, thank you so much for making it this far in the video. Still some good action yet to come. However, though, this Mileena going to be cleaning up some damage. A much more mobile character as we are seeing. Nice and low again into the big mix. Here comes FireAxe. And FireAxe cleaning this up quite nicely. Dominating this round against Big Rass. Oh, that is not going to hurt, though, because the Sector is going to be on the way. Nice low. Mistimes that just a little bit. And by the way, Salty saying, you got to speed run this FireAxe. You got to get it. Oh, no, he's saying that to Rass. Going to spend that fatal, but it will not connect. This is going to be cool. Wait, what? It's going to connect. I did not think that was going to happen. However, this could be a blessing in disguise for FireAxe. Now he doesn't have fatal, but now Rass. What do we do from here? What do we do from here? That orbiting hat is still on, chat. And trying to zone him. Can he zone him fast enough? Good sweep. Nice low. And you know FireAxe is looking for that armor. Can he get that armor? Okay. Oh, ho, ho. And Rass is going to get taken out by FireAxe's air dive.
Round 2. Fight.
Holy moly, chat, the lows again, the flamethrower technology. Aerial hats are going to be everywhere, but here comes FireAxe picking that up. FireAxe, so the switch to Mileena seems to be a very good decision. Look at him rolling, and look at him going. Nice down 1 again. Going aerial. FireAxe is close. Can he close this out? Can he drop Rass down to 1 game? Overhead again. Rass. Rass still trying to go. Rass still trying to roll. Nice. And another low to go alongside it. That's gonna be a huge whip. These two players are pressing. Rass has nowhere to run. FireAxe has tracked him down. FireAxe is not getting shimmied. Now one again, the low. That is gonna be plus. However, here comes Rass. Rass finally getting a little bit of wind in his sails, but you gotta wonder, is it gonna be a little bit too late? Nice low again. All right, these hats are gonna be all over the place. And now that's gonna be Rass. He does not have a lot of health left, and FireAxe gonna take him out the same way. FireAxe gonna drop Rass down to 1 game left. This is scary territory for Team Rass and PlatinumHunt. However, FireAxe trying to solo both teams in a row. Is he gonna get it done? Let's go take you back to that replay. Carnage, you're gonna have to answer for this one. Carnage has not had to play once today. And you know what? Usually we see all 4 teammates by now. This will be something we discuss. This will be something we discuss. I'm kidding. Let's go. All right, we are back to the action. Rass now only has 1 life. FireAxe going with the Havik. What are you doing? And shout out to everybody tuning in. We do love to see it, man. Make yourself at home and let's enjoy some action. This is semifinal, but basically this is the EU Grand Final. Because after this, we're going to the North American Grand Final. Make sure you guys are all loaded up in that hill, and I'll be on there on the way shortly. All right, FireAxe still sitting pretty. He does need 1 game just to eliminate Rass. If he can win that, that would be something special. Overhead is no good. Spending all the armor, but FireAxe still tracks him down. And Kaizen saying Carnage is now the cheerleader. That might be correct. All right, the orbiting head again. That is going to be super plus yet again. However, FireAxe is playing this one so smart, so calculated. And Rass going to get anti-air. FireAxe was waiting for it. Look at this combo. FireAxe, a man on a mission. And look at this damage. This could be enough. Wait a minute. One more. One more is all he needs. Can he do this? Down 1 again, and that is going to be it. FireAxe is now on set point. Does he send this team to Grand Finals?
Fight.
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen. The jump-ins yet again. Nice, the low. And we're seeing a ton of pressure. All right, though. Lao hats are going to be everywhere. Rass, he needs to win this game. He needs to get FireAxe out of here. However, this Mileena is doing so much work. No punish. Rass, he's gonna have to go for a grab, but FireAxe is onto that as well. How do you beat this guy? Oh, spends the meter. And the spin to win the Kung Lao. That is gonna be an instant punish. That rocket not doing what it should. By the way, it is Rass who still has the lead. If he can take this round, that would be a lot of momentum coming towards his direction. Good grab. Escape failed from Big Skibbity. All right, though, these two, the spin to win is coming through again. He gets hit, and that might be close. Rass, spending that meter. Overhead, this is close. Rass, can he do this? And another grab. That was the riskiest decision I've ever seen, but it did pay off.
Final round. Fight.
However, chat, we are still going. We are still rolling. Only one of these two is going to be coming through with that big win. Throws him right back down, does he? Another down 1, the low again. And another grab coming towards him. All right, FireAxe is on set point. Can he close this out right here and right now? Big overhead into the roll. FireAxe is rolling, literally. Big armor. The low not gonna mix, however, he does have the spin to win again. That's Sector. Another low. Here comes Rass. He is trying to mix. Catches him. And another spin to win. Just gets out of dodge. Rass has got to be super careful right here. One well-placed timing from FireAxe, and this set is over. Oh, that's not going to connect. However, that Lao hat is going to connect. Rass is eating damage. More hats everywhere. Orbiting hats. The Sector on display again. Nice low. FireAxe with the grab. That might be enough. And that is going to do it. FireAxe going to solo his way all the way to Grand Finals with that. And that will be the set. GG's to all 4 players here. This 2v2. Continuing to give us a ton of surprises. However, we do have more coming your way. And now we got to go take a look at the North American side of things to see how things are looking and to see how they are cooking. Let's go on to that replay if we can. And chat, this is crazy, man. FireAxe, I don't think I've ever seen a player solo their way to Grand Finals. It has not been seen, at least in not quite some time. That will be the end of the set. You will see Carnage, at least maybe you'll see Carnage, and FireAxe here in just a little while. But moving on to grand finals is going to be FireAxe and Carnage. And Chad, coming up next, it is time to see how North America is coming to play. Chad, this is going to be none other than Cold and LilDre and Kale and Loxxed. We're going to send it your way, and let's roll. Or is it going to be none other
T1000.
then Cold and LilDre?
Tremor. Movado.
All right, channel predictions are live, and let's do this damn thing. We got a T1000 mirror. Who predicted this?
Something has gone very wrong.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, let me see our channel predictions live. Give me one quick second, chat, while I sort this out. And by the way, OnlineCale making landfall here. I want to know, who do you guys got winning? Will it be Cold and Dre, or will it be Kale and Loxxed right now? Kale decimating the competition in front of him. T1000 mirror, that's never a problem here. And semifinals, Kale with some good defense, and now it's going to be Big Dre trying to get some offense going. All right, Team Cold and Dre, a very diabolical team, and you can expect if Dre goes down here, we're going to see some more of that Cyrax. However, no, actually, Dre coming out with the T1000. Give me 1 second. By the way, Kale and Loxxed, go ahead and vote on these and make sure you do get those predictions in. By the way, are those predictions already up? I don't even know. Who started that? I don't know. Nice, good low again. Kale kind of dominating right now to start. And a nice overhead slam coming from Kale. All right, the mind is loose. Dre knows exactly what he's looking at in this matchup. Nice overhead again coming from none other than Dre. Really starting to kind of turn it on here. The teardrop is going to be good, and Kale is in some big, big trouble. And another slam down overhead. And by the way, a troll, thank you so much for the follow. Nice overhead. Oh, but here comes Kale. And Kale gonna lay down the law right here in the corner. Mataro Skeleton watching in the background. Beautiful damage and beautiful mix. Kale trying to put this away right here and now. And I'm surprised Dre is not coming out with that Cyrax. We may see a switch of character now, because that is gonna do it. Kale gonna take game number 1 and absolutely run away with that. And holy moly, Chad. All right, dropping him down to only 1 life, just like that. In fact, let me fix that scoreboard if I can, because it looks like it might have been on a little bit incorrectly. Team Cold and LilDre will be dropping down. Let's go take a look at that replay. All right, and Loxxed is saying outplay with the T1000. It's been forever, by the way, since we've seen a T1000 mirror. Coming up next, though, we got to see, is LilDre going to come out with the Cyrax? It could be a very risky pick. It could be a very rewarding pick. Let's get back to the action.
T1000. T1000.
All right, let's do it, Chad. Let's make this happen. Let's see what... Oh, no, we're still coming out with the mirror. And do we even get to see Loxxed here? Because I'm telling you, I don't know who beats OnlineCale with T1000. Maybe Tweety, maybe nobody. I don't know.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, Kale coming through. Going to be getting that big grab. That cameo getting loaded up should he need it. And Dre caught not blocking. Kale starting to kind of run away with this thing, starting to pull away with this thing. Who is going to beat this T1000 unit? Kale still pressing, Kale still going, and this is one-way traffic from Kale. Nice, big swings, big low, and another whippopotamus coming from LilDre. Kale is on set point, just like that. The set has only been like 5 minutes. What is this?
Fight.
By the way, Chad, grand finals will be 1st to 3, just to let you know ahead of time. Big stab through the mouth. And now Dre waking up with some armor and a little bit of Movado action to go along with it. Brostone loving the action. What's going on? Kale, hang on a second. LilDre, can he get started? Can he start doing some damage on Kale? And now here comes Dre with the lead. Dre starting to pull away here now, finally getting those circuitries in order. Nice overhead slam. Kale saying you can get some momentum, but not a lot of bit of momentum. And Kale gonna return the favor. Jump in again, and look at this. We're going 4-3, 4-3. What is gonna be the move here? However, Kale says enough is enough. He will have fatal blow. If he connects once, you better believe he's gonna spend it. And both these two going at it left, right, and center field, though the metal boners are going to be on display here on the screen. Nice. Oh. The overhead's going to land, and he's going to spend it. But Dre, his cameo got hit. He couldn't break away. And that is going to be Kale, at least for now, eliminating LilDre just like that. Holy moly. And now Dre is going to be going down. We got to put that red X of doom over his head. And now it is going to be up to Cold to solo this run. we will be seeing Cold make his first appearance here in semifinals. He has a very, very tall task ahead of him. Can he eliminate OnlineCale? And then we got Loxxed still waiting in the background. A 2-for-1 sale, Chad. Let's get you back to the action. Let's send it your way. Kale, yeah, you can't switch. You cannot switch unless you lose. Gotta stay on the T1000. You remember, Chad, this is all considered one set. So if you do lose, you do have to stay. I'm sorry, if you do win, you gotta stay on the exact same character. And that goes for everybody. And I mean it. All crazy?
T1000. Rain. Tremor.
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen, and let's send it back your way. This is going to be Kale now with a 2-0 lead. Can Cold start anything here? Does he have good tech against the T1000?
I think not.
And welcome everybody tuning in. You are just in our 2v2 semifinals. By the way, FireAxe and Carnage, go ahead and get those invites ready. We will play on EU servers. This is a European basically a European tournament series. However, though, North America coming to play, and Cold already getting taken through the ringer again and again. Slams him down the jump in, but there's a teardrop. And Kale says, you know what, new character, no problem. I don't care who you make me play. By the way, this is going all kinds of crazy. The jump in again, and Kale's gonna take it. And Chad, I gotta be honest with you, we've seen quite a bit of soloing here today. However, this is only the semifinals. Grand finals is still gonna be upon us. Let's see what the tea leaves will be reading. Nice. Beautiful stuff all over the place again and again. And now these projectiles. Cold gonna catch Kale. All right, though. What do we got from here? The jump in. However, Kale gonna pick that one up quite nicely. And here comes none other than Big Kale. Good. And still going and still flowing is none other than Cold. Cold might have the lead here. He's backing up, though. He's trying to get out of dodge. Catches Kale again. And Kale just looks like an unstoppable force, but if Cold can get it done here, he might have a chance. That's going to be a big punish, though. Kale going to wisely break away. Cold with the lead, at least for now, but Kale's working on chipping that away. Good. Cold, no, he drops it, but he still keeps the combo going. That way, Kale cannot wake up with buttons. What's going on, low tier loyalists? Great to see you in the house. And yes, Buff Shank, absolutely. Nice, and that's gonna be another one. And here comes Kale. He's gonna spend it. However, Cold will be able to break away. And that is gonna be the game. Wait a minute, though, is this gonna do enough? He's still going. And another grab, that is gonna seal it. Kale gonna get it done. And that is gonna be now Kale taking the competition down. He needs just one more. Cold would have to solo this to get it done. Let's send you back to that replay and let's send it your direction. And once again, shout outs to everybody who is here in chat today. Thank you guys so much for coming here, supporting the players, supporting the channel. We love to see it. We love to see the attendance, and we love to see all the players here going to war. All right, Cold, he's got to make a decision here. He's got to either come out with a character cameo he believes can go on a 4-0 streak. By the way, FireAxe and Carnage get those invites sent up. By the way, grand finals, 1st to 3 for each player.
Mages will be terminated first.
By a brainless automaton.
I think not.
All right, let's get this sent your general direction, and let's keep this rolling.
Fight.
All right, jumping's going to be all over the place. However, it's going to be Cold on the defensive to get us started. Nice low. All right, Kale, that should no punish. He doesn't go for it. Trying to see if Cold will press a button. That anti-air, man, the movement on that is insane. All right, again, though, the metal boner's gonna be coming to play. The teardrop gonna nail him, and so is the tremor. All right, throws it right back down. Thank you so much, FireAxe. You do love to see it. Nice low, down one again. 1-1 into the low with him. All right, beautiful stuff. That's Cyrax, though, trying to see what he can make out of it. But Kale continuing to go for these grabs, continuing to pour on the pressure. More armored launchers, though, coming for Big Cold. He does have a lead. That'd be a very small lead. Nice. Kale still trying to get this going and trying to keep it flowing. Kale, can he take this? Can he do this? And what is the mix going to be? It's going to be that beautiful tick throw, that overhead slam. Kale needs one more. However, beautiful launchers. Can he catch out into the fatal? He cannot. Not right here. And both these guys continuing to pick up the pace, continuing to pick up the pressure. Slams him right back down the low again. Back three again. Little boners all over the place though, but the back three, he needs one more. I don't know if he can get it though, Kale, and that is gonna do it. And Kale is sitting here trying to solo this entire team on his own. All right, whirlpools again. Here comes Kale. That's gonna catch him. Brostone is over here having a great time. Shout out to this entire community. And right now we are walking back. And by the way, Savanok, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Only one of these two cold on a very deep. He's going on the retreat. However, Kale trying to trace him down like a true Terminator main. Low. Down one. 4-3, 4-3, 4-3. What is it gonna be? Just lets it rock, and Cold gonna take advantage of that. And now Cold in a very, very good position here. He's got to be able to finish this off, though. Not going for the answer of that teardrop again. Cold is on the backdash. He's got to get out of there, but Kale is going to find him one way or another. All right. Let's see it, though. Let's see. Can Cold finish off this round? Kale getting chipped out a little bit here. And putting up all these hazards, but you know what? Kale is still gonna find his way in, but we got armored launchers for days. Going aerial, and that's gonna be Cold. One hit away. And by the way, guys, we just got a $7 donation coming from Big Brostone. Let's go! Brostone, thank you so much. Can Kale finish this right here and right now? But it's gonna be Cold finally getting on the board. By the way, thank you so much, Brostone, for that donation. I just got it via Cash App. And by the way, this is now a $30 tournament, just like that, chat. And chat, with this performance right here, $30 on the line here. That is not nothing. Most certainly not going to be nothing. All right, Kale smashing him back down again and again. And Kale, what are his intentions here? Nice going aerial. It's going to be none other than Kale. And he's starting to kind of close this out. Kale's going to have to work pretty hard for this one, though. You better believe it. Kale, one of North America's most dominant players, maybe North America's best player. We don't know. We're gonna have to see a final combat, but right now, Cold trying to say, I can still do this. And Cold with a big grab. We're going launcher status. Cold, he's gotta spend it. Can he do it? Yes, he can. And Online Tony says, we're just walking away from this whole situation, man. Kale's gonna be rolling. Overhead, but that might, no, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be the game. And Cold holding on by the skin of his teeth and able to get it done. That will now be Kale going down a game. And Cold kind of making Kale look a little bit mortal. You got to imagine, if he can take just one game off of Kale now, that puts him in a very good position. Loxxed is still in the background. That's not going to be easy. But all bets are off right now if he can take just one game. However, I have a feeling Kale might be coming out with something a little bit more superhero-oriented. Let's see it. Let's send it your way. Let's see if we can get that reverse 4-0. However, Kale, he's immediately going to the HomeLander, chat.
Cyrax.
And by the way, let me go ahead and let me remove that X and put it back on LilDre. Chat, give Cold your energy. He's going to need it.
Abracadabra. Poof. You're dead.
All right, chat. By the way, it looks great, man, to see basically the entire community here. And Kale is saying, boo, chase me now, boy. Kale is taunting in the chat, man, but now he's saying that Cold, you're gonna have to come to me, but HomeLander, much more mobility. And Kale, one of the best HomeLanders in the game. Cold looks up for the challenge though, hang on. Let's see where we got the jump-ins all over the place, the back threes, and Kale saying, you gotta come to me, good sir. I just chased you the last game. And look at Kale, man, he's taunting. And now he's going to be putting up that damage. He's going to put up those LeBron James type numbers. And that is going to be a dominant round from Kale. Needs one more hit, but it looks pretty much assured. That's going to be the round.
That'll get ratings.
Holy moly, chat. Holy moly indeed. Kale is on set point. By the way, FireAxe and Carnage. Whoever has the better internet, get those invites sent out. And now Kale trying to bring this back, trying to end things. Remember, they are currently tied up right now. I know it says 3-1, but you have to imagine, if Cold wins this, then Kale is eliminated. By the way, Chico, what's going on, my brother? Overhead slam yet again. We got to break away from that. You better believe it. And here comes Kale. And that is gonna do it. That is absolutely gonna do it. Cole, is that enough?
Bless America.
And that is going to be OnlineCale taking it and eliminating LilDre. But regardless, thank you, gentlemen, for coming through. And thank you guys so much for playing. That will now be the end of semifinals, which means we have grand finals, Chad. This is the big one. That's what she said. But now we got to focus on this next match coming up. Let me show you exactly what we got coming our way, and let's send it your direction for that replay. However, Cold and LilDre making it to the semifinals, that is no easy task. However, though, that is going to be it. That is going to be the set. And now the big one is coming your direction. Let me show you exactly what it is we are talking about. And let's go take a look at that bracket. All right, Chad, so in grand finals, remember, 1st to 3, each team will have 6 lives. It will now be Kale and Loxxed coming out and taking on FireAxe and Carnage. This is going to be Europe versus North America. Both teams cleared out their respective region, and now it's time to see who will come out on top. Will it be North America today, or will it be Europe? This is a true EU versus NA finale, and let's send it your way, chat. Let's get it going, and let's make this happen. All right, let's do it, chat. By the way, currently a $30 prize pool. If anybody does want to donate to the winning team, you can do so right there. Never mandatory, but always appreciated. Let's do this. Let's continue to roll. And now it's going to be Loxxed coming out. He will have to win 3 games against Carnage, who we finally do get to see.
Hanging Gardens.
What's your favorite skill?
All right, chat, this is the big enchilada. This is going to be the last set of the night.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. It's going to be Carnage coming up. By the way, I do believe that the connection will be holding up. All right, nice though. Down 1 again. Still pushing on through. And these guys, they are poking, they are prodding at each other. And now it's Carnage though. Does Loxxed know this matchup? The Omni-Man, actually he does. He had to play it the other day to win a tournament. However though, that's gonna be a big punish coming from none other than Loxxed. He said Carnage Crow. All right though, but it's Loxxed again. He's putting on the pressure against Big Carnage. And I'm telling you right now, Loxxed, this might be the character he has the most matchup experience against. And Kale waiting in the background saying, if you need me, I guess I'll be here. Nice. Nice overhead again, and Loxxed though, gonna force Carnage to break away. Nice. Forward 1-2. And still pressing though, it's Carnage though, seeing what he can get going. This is still the first round, beautiful mix. Does he spin the fatal? I think he will. And this is gonna be all Carnage letting loose with it. Holy moly, Chad. This is gonna give him the life lead. However, this will not be enough to win the round. All right, he's got to be right. He's got to be right here. He cannot afford to get strong, and he does it. That's going to be the round. Carnage getting it done here. Europe looking good to start us off. Does North America have the tools to respond? In fact, someone say they have some of the best tools, OnlineCale. However, Loxxed showing that he is no slouch on his own, and he is actually going to carry this team. All right, Loxxed starting off mixy mix down 1, the overhead yet again. Nice though, got that hit of armor. Tries to go shimmy neutron, not able to get it. However, no, Carnage with a drop. And Loxxed going poking the special here. This is us going aerial. Loxxed airlines on the board. Nice. And still going and still flowing though. We are going up into the air again, a little bit more vertical. Nice, the jump in, but that's a big, big up block. And Chad, just want to remind you guys, we will be live again, 9 p.m. Eastern time. At least we should, with another. And by the way, Lego, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome back to the channel. And we are now going up into the air. Carnage, you have to imagine, would be it need to be perfect. Does he get the mix? But we don't need no mix. We got down 2s.
Do you wanna die?
And chat, once again, it feels like we have the entire community here to support. Much love to each and every one of you watching these, all 4 of these warriors. Go at it. Remember, this is a 1st to 3. Carnage, though, he's getting ducked on. Get ducked on. Okay, good. All right, still getting it going, and this is Loxxed, though. He's gonna be taking that lead, and Carnage is going aerial. Cat Saver, I see you back, my brother. How's everything? Okay, maybe that ugly connection starting to rear its head. And Loxxed is starting to kind of steamroll this. Loxxed is starting to kind of put on a clinic here. Carnage, he is in big, big trouble. This is the mix that will never stop. Nice, another command grab. This could be close to being it. That tremor not able to be activated. Carnage trying to backdash, and Loxxed immediately calling it out. That is going to be the game. Loxxed starting off for Team North America pretty well.
Ghostface wins.
All right, chat, that is going to drop Team EU down to, 2 more lives coming from Big Carnage. And by the way, Loxxed is saying, hey, there's not just Kale here. I am also in the building. In fact, if things go my way, you guys will not even see Kale today. Let's send it back your direction and let's see if Carnage can bring that back. Young Arizona, I thought I said what's up to you like 5 times. What's up, my man? What's going on, Arizona, man? The Sector God coming from North America. I thought I did, Arizona. I'm sorry. How can I make up for it? Tell me right now. What's going on, Deflector? I see you in the building. Arizona, maybe I was just giving you the silent treatment. I'm sorry. I thought you were North America. Nobody tells me nothing.
Carving that.
Young Arizona, we're just starting off on the wrong foot completely today, aren't we? All right, let's get you back to the action. It is now Loxxed with that lead, a 1-game lead at that. Remember, $30 are on the board, at least for now. We're in Johnny's match where the ping is going to be holding up. He says, I still love you. I love you too, Arizona. I think? Yeah, no, I do. All right, now once again, that overhead pressure going to be coming on strong, though, from Big Loxxed. However, Carnage says, I've got to get going. Big Plupil, I see you hanging out with us. Much love to the entire community, which it looks like is watching this event. This is going to be one of the premier matches you see of the day. And by the way, not many tournaments you will see a grand finals like this. Carnage with a grab, however, it's going to be Loxxed getting punished, and he is now going aerial. This is going to be big damage for Carnage. Will not be enough to seal up the round, at least not just yet. And now we're going back into the air. And Carnage, this is one-way traffic, a dominant round from him.
It's too late to surrender.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's keep that pressure up. Let's keep it going and let's keep it rolling. Forward 1-2 again. However, though, those frames looking mighty plus, and this is going to be, by the way, Loxxed. He is going to be ducking you early and often. That armor going to be going away. The Lao hat as well. Got to be careful. He's looking to micro duck you that overhead again. Loxxed has got to get something going, though. Carnage really starting to play a lot smarter. What's he got planned? The jump out again. Breaking that armor all over the place. Plus frames, but we're still pressing the filter, my sense. He knows how to counter it. Loxxed with the matchup knowledge. And Loxxed gonna be taking back that life lead on Big Carnage. This is not looking good. If your name is Carnage, however, still Loxxed, this is great. Nice big punish. Carnage gonna pick that one up. This might be able to even things up at least a little bit. Nice. And slams him right back down again and again. Carnage needs one more hit. Loxxed, he can still convert into fatal if he connects one more time. Good defense out of both players. And that way, he gets caught, but he ducks it. That's gonna be the round. At least it should be Loxxed with a miraculous comeback. I should say that should be more than enough to kill. By the way, SD Outlaws, how's everything going, brother? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're having a great day, and hopefully these matches can make it that much better. We are all tied up. And Loxxed, man, when he gets to grand finals, he is a different demon, saying, Kale, you set this one out. I think I'll take it from here. All right, lows all over the place, so that's going to be a big overhead, though. Nice jump ins again, but wait a minute, though. There's Carnage. That grab is going to be broken, and now Loxxed still with the lead. This Ghostface, man, looking second to none out here. One of TLR's most recent pickups, and a very good pickup at that. Nice, got to break away from that. All right, the Lao had the overhead, though, but he had a hit of armor. Careful, though. This man's looking to duck. I can see it. And that's another big punish. Loxxed is starting to run away with this thing. He's starting to pull away. And Loxxed again and again. The gift that doesn't stop giving. That knife going to be doing so much damage, and Carnage might be going down. And that is going to be the game. A 2-0 lead for Loxxed. Team North America is looking like they came to play.
Brutality. Ghostface weak.
Holy moly, and this man Loxxed a 2-0 lead over some of EU's best players, just like that. And now let's go take it back to the replay if we can. And Merengue saying Ghostface is broken, man. Hey, I think we're starting to see the resurgence of Ghostface. We're seeing a lot of these players in the events, but you know what? So we're seeing a lot of Omni-Man as well. As this meta evolves, I'm telling you, a lot of characters are going to become that much more viable.
Ghostface. Omni-Man. Tremor.
All right, let's do it. Let's send it back your way. This is going to be Loxxed. This is going to be Team Kale versus FireAxe and Carnage. And right now, Carnage in a lot of trouble. He would need to make a reverse 3-0 just to get Loxxed out of there. But it looks like FireAxe could be coming up to bat if Carnage goes down.
Fight.
And Loxxed, man, been basically an impenetrable wall. Is he going to try to solo both teams? You got to wonder. Loxxed coming through again and again, laying it down. These knives are not going to be stopping. This tremor is not going to be stopping. That's a full combo. All right, the low hat again. That's a big punish now from Carnage, starting to get some win in his sails. Will need significantly more. All right, we're going all over the place. These guys are absolutely spending the bag anytime they get it. And again, here comes Carnage, gonna take the lead. Carnage, man, he's not getting completely blown out, but he will have to work considerably harder to make this happen. Carnage, though, with an outstanding lead. Carnage is gonna get it done just like that. And EU, not completely without a paddle here. They still do have FireAxe waiting in the wings. Should Carnage go down? Nice down one again. And by the way, we are starting to see the young generation. I've never heard of Loxxed up until like a month ago. He's been coming through, storming, and making grand finals. Basically, every one of these tournaments been looking pretty good. But now he's got to take on Europe. Can he get it done? 4-1-2 play. He's ducking again. Literally ducking the competition, going all kinds of aerial. And look at this, Loxxed. This is your world, and this is his world, and you're just living in it. Right, though, the low hat again and again. Can Carnage get something here? Careful, this man is gonna duck. He is gonna duck. Carnage, what can he do from here? The low hat again. And now, wait, but Loxxed is gonna be swinging. And Loxxed getting him into the corner. This is one-way traffic. And Loxxed continuing to heat things up. That is going to be the round. He is going to be on set point.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Chad, let's keep this one rolling. Let's keep this one rolling. Carnage, he needs to win this round. There is no question about it. Either that or FireAxe is going to have to solo both players. He's got to win 6 straight. And FireAxe is already in chat saying, I'm good, not like this. And Loxxed, man, this player's improvement has been such a, I don't know, it has been such a thing to behold. He's been looking so much better. Every single event, he seems to do just that much better. We love to see it. However, Carnage, with that veteran experience, is going to say, you know what? Sit down, Ghostface. We're going to make this happen. Nice. Nice low again, and you know what? That is still going to be big Loxxed in the lead. It's like for a 2v2 and your teammate pulls up with Omni-Man. Absolutely, watch. Absolutely. Jump in, though. He's going to be getting out of dodge, calling up the home. He gets himself out of the corner. No punish. That armor going to be hit. And the overhead, that could have been... That looked like it was going to hit. I'm not even going to lie to you. Nice. Good. And now we're going arrow. This could be the beginning of the end, chat. This could be it if he lands one more. Is Tremor active? Is Tremor active? No, not yet. Carnage, the Viltra might spend the bag, spend it. And he is going to be catching out. This could be close. Remember, 1050 health. Holy moly, it feels like the entire community is here to watch, and that's going to be more than enough. All right, Carnage on the board. Now clearing some room for FireAxe, should he need to come in. And that will be the game. Loxxed falling one down, but still doing a considerable amount of damage. And let's send you to that replay with that result. Carnage finally getting a little bit of momentum.
Omni-Man wins.
And remember, this event is powered by the community. Thank you guys so much. And this is Grand Finals, the last set of the night. You guys are watching unfold. Keep in mind, by the way, we will be live again at 9 p.m. Eastern time. At least we should be, with another event. That'll feature some of North America's best players. Or at least I think it will. I don't know.
Hello?
All right, let's do it. Let's make it happen, and let's keep things going in your direction. Currently $30 on the board for the winning team. And by the way, if anybody does want to donate to the winning team, you can do so right here. Never mandatory, but always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much again, simply for watching the event. It does make it matter. Thank you guys.
Your smug face.
All right, now, if Carnage can win one here, things will get super interesting. Because Loxxed also does have a goated Ermac at his disposal. He has not had to use it this event, but we have seen it time and time again. Now one, that overhead, absolutely gonna be clipping you. Never appreciate, always mandatory. Tell him, Arizona, go! All right, let's do this. A jump in again, but the grab gonna be countered. And that is gonna be a nice throw coming from Carnage. He will not have the lead, though. All right, oh, that was a weird interaction, though. Nice down one. By the way, what's up, big prediction error? How you been, my goat? Prediction error. We've got some of North America's best. We've got some of Europe's best. Make yourself at home. Overhead, though, not gonna land. Nothing's gonna be too significant. Nice. Carnage, though, still, oh my God, what a nice grab coming from Loxxed. Nice low. And who will reign supreme today? Will it be Europe? Will it be North America? And this is gonna be Loxxed. He's forcing Carnage to break away. Jump ins again. That's gonna hit. Does he spin the fatal? Spin it. And Carnage looks like he's not gonna let loose with it. Says, I can still kill this. And what was that? Carnage bad at all on the grab. Holy moly, FireAxe, you might need to get ready. Carnage in a little bit of trouble.
Fight.
Nice. I don't know what kind of interaction that was. The cameo's going at it. The character's going at it. Beautiful reversal. Command grab coming from Loxxed. Oh my god, he is whiffing in public. That is a class 3 felony. We already know it, chat. And now it looks like Loxxed trying to put the finishing touches on this match. Can he get it done? Can he eliminate Big Carnage? He is mixing left, right, and center field. Good. Low. And another reversal command grab. Carnage is in some big boy trouble. And now it might be up to FireAxe if Carnage goes down. Jumping, not able to get that mix. Good defense from Loxxed. Slow, down one again. Does not work out, however, he will have a hit of armor. That is gonna do it though. No, he has breaker. Only one of these two Titans is gonna make it on through, and this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be Loxxed eliminating Big Wing. Not just yet, but he's on chip territory. And by the way, McHale coming through in with the raid, thank you so much. And that is gonna be none other than Loxxed eliminating Carnage from the event. It is now up to FireAxe to see if he can get this done. Let's go and let's send it your way. By the way, McHale, thank you so much for that raid. Nothing but love, brother. Dude, thank you so much. Hopefully you had a great stream, man. And by the way, everybody from McHale's stream, welcome to some 2v2 action. This is going to be grand finals. Europe versus North America right now. North America kind of holding the cards. And let's see if FireAxe has the goods. All right, FireAxe, he can most certainly do this. However, it is not going to be easy whatsoever. Now it is all down to FireAxe.
Not yet. We're only in the first reel.
All right, chat. If Loxxed can do this on his own, that would make a big statement. FireAxe notoriously known as one of Europe's best players. This is not going to be easy for either. I would think. But that here we have Tremor mixed for a reason. And FireAxe says, let me show you how it's done. All right, FireAxe going corner bound. Forward one, the low. Nice down one. Nice low again. However, though, that hit of armor going to be getting taken out. Trying to up block that. You got to be super careful because FireAxe will do stuff like that. And FireAxe, though, you would think he would need all his lives to take on OnlineCale. So he's trying to do this as quick as possible. Hey, greetings from McHale. What's going on, Igor-san? Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. However, FireAxe with a very dominant round right there.
Round 2.
It's a 2 tremors on Mount Aristani. Come on, brother, come on. All right, FireAxe, it's up to him to win it for Europe. And it's up to Loxxed and Kale to get it done for North America. Who will reign supreme today? Beautiful. And there's FireAxe with another hit. That crystalline armor going to be wearing off. FireAxe starting to pull away now. I don't know who wins this matchup. By the way, Isam, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Nice. Still going and still trying to get it done. Jump-in's going to be all over the place. Nice. And still the pressure is going to be on it. That's going to be FireAxe. FireAxe is only one hit away. This shouldn't be enough to kill, although it might. 2-4 trying to go for that reset, but the Tremor gonna clean up the job. And now, Team Kale and Loxxed is only up by 1 game. FireAxe looking to reverse those fortunes just like that, but still, we've got a long ways to go. Remember, Grand Finals is 1st to 3, and now FireAxe is only 1 game away from evening things up. Let's see if he can do it. And by the way, chat, Kale versus FireAxe, should that happen, that is absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. However, let's send it back your way and let's get this match started. Let's see if Loxxed can bring this back a little bit more into orbit. All right, let's get going, and let's get rolling. Carnage is going to be eliminated. FireAxe has got to win, basically, the remainder of these matches, though he does have 3 lives at his disposal. What's going on, Big Treasure? You better be ready afterwards, by the way. I want to see what that Scorpion's all about. By the way, Carnage is going to be out of here just to make room for, what is it? Loxxed. All right, Chad, let's do it, though. Let's do it. All right, Loxxed, he's going to have one more shot to make this right. By the way, Ghostface, a very momentum-based character. He could steamroll from here. You got to imagine, though, the same is going to be true about the Sindel side of the equation.
No, not yet. We're only in the first reel.
And Spoon saying where Ermac? Yeah, usually we do see it, but however, I think Loxxed says if he's gonna get this done, I'm gonna get it done with this character. Keep in mind, Kale's still in the background. So you know what? Maybe we'll get to see him. However, though, if he has it his way, though, he will be taking these 3 straight. FireAxe just needs one. Just needs one. Good. All right, not getting that mix though. And Loxxed says, let me show you some mix. Nice low, the flawless block as well. The down one still going. And now Loxxed with the, no. I thought that was gonna convert the overhead. Absolutely going to nail him. FireAxe though in a little bit of a precarious situation. Sorry, words are hard, chat. Nice. And Loxxed has gotta be careful about trying to up-block Skibbity. No mix though, good defense from Loxxed. Good grab though from Fire, will be taking the lead on that. And blocking on, wake up the forward one just to catch you, should hit a rise. And Loxxed though, you see the backdash, he does that so often, and it catches people. However, whipping in public, FireAxe just holding his ground. The 2-4, the 2-4 times 2. Nice down one, a bit of a trade there. Now Loxxed though, pushing buttons just a little bit faster. These two roughly the same age, by the way. The young man reactions could not be any more on display, but FireAxe still gonna pull ahead. Sindel gonna be a little bit more high up on that tier list, but FireAxe gonna get it done on round number 1.
You failed to impress.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's keep the action going. Nice low, but a beautiful duck from Loxxed, man. I'm telling you, man, he is gambling, but it is starting to pay off. And now this is Mix City population you, bro. Loxxed does not have any more armor, though. We'll have to play this a little bit safe. Loxxed still continuing to roll. A dominating lead coming on big FireAxe. Nice. And Loxxed again and again. We're going spin to win. We're going the double whammy. And Loxxed with a dominant round. Can he finish it off right here? I think that's it. One more, the low gonna catch him, and that is going to do it. Loxxed, this would be such an important round if he can get it done. Clear the room for Kale, at least a little bit. Nice. All right, 1-1-1. And look at him whipping in public. That's a felony. And FireAxe continuing that lead, gets that remix as well. This is not trending well for Loxxed right now. Going aerial is gonna be big FireAxe. FireAxe starting to pull away. This is not looking good. And another grab. That's an up-block grab as well. Does a tremendous amount of damage. Oh, Loxxed pressing and gets a nice overhead. FireAxe saying we do not want to deal with this whatsoever. Got one. And wait, what do we got from here? The up-block! Loxxed absolutely crushing him. If Loxxed can win this round, it doesn't matter if he wins the set. This would be so big for this team. Overhead. Down one, but here comes Loxxed. Spend it, spend it. Do not even wait around for it. You gotta let it loose. That might be enough, actually. Holy moly, and Loxxed gonna take a game off of FireAxe. And I just want to let you guys know that is such an important game, because even if Loxxed goes down, he has officially cleared the way for Kale by doing that much damage. All right, FireAxe gonna be dropping down to 2 lives just like that. Let's go take a look at the replay, man. This Ghostface man has been putting it on. What's going on, Kindness? Great to see you in the house. And FireAxe saying this is broke. It's something, man. It's something. It's definitely some tricky mix if you've never played it before. Why did that do so much damage? Just Ghostface things. Just Ghostface things. Let's get you guys back to the action and let's send it your way. North America is back in the lead. He said concentrate and get out of chat, Cobra. That is kind of how FireAxe does things.
Night market.
All right, chat. Will it be Team North America? By the way, let me change that X around. It's actually going to be OnliCarnage that is eliminated.
We're only in the first reel.
And Loxxed now, he might be saying, you know what? I've cleared the room for Kale. Let me just see if I can take this whole set. He would only need to win 2. FireAxe does need just 1, still sitting with the cards. However, that mix going to be coming out of Loxxed. That is some disgusting mix we are seeing. And what are his intentions here? FireAxe playing a little bit razzled. By the way, Imada, what's going on? Thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully I said your name right. Overhead slam yet again. FireAxe going to be having the lead. He cannot afford to let this one slip. Down one again, trying to keep him in the corner. Those grabs are going to be so risky because Loxxed is always ducking. Whiffing in public, that's illegal. And FireAxe starting to kind of steamroll from here. And here comes FireAxe. This should be the round. Absolutely. And an overhead. FireAxe is only 1 round away from unlocking OnlineCale.
Round 2. Fight.
And let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. What are the tea leaves gonna read? The forward one's gonna catch. Oh, those up blocks. So Loxxed is gonna be careful with this. Calls the homie. Nice 1-1. Oh, that up block, though, that's gonna do a serious amount of damage. I'm telling you, Loxxed has gotta be careful with those. He's playing very well. However, a couple things here and there are starting to kind of cost him. That one, overhead not gonna be any good. Cuts it a little bit short, though, gets rid of that armor, and now here comes FireAxe. And chat, this might be the beginning of the end. Loxxed might want to consider breaking. He can take one more, but that's about it. Then that's gonna, wait a minute, though, Loxxed. He's gonna spend that breaker. And he has to be perfect. He can most certainly do this. He does not have any meter, but that Tremor is gonna have to go hyperactive here. Can he get that mix? He cannot, not yet. FireAxe is gonna do it. That's gonna be the game. And FireAxe gonna eliminate Lock, but you know what? This Ghostface main was able to take some serious damage off of FireAxe. I'm sorry, take a big swing. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, chat. He was able to take a game off of FireAxe. Words are hard, chat. Sometimes it's just me. I'm a one-man band. Either way, let's get you back to the action. Now we will see OnlineCale sitting with 3 lives, and it'll be none other than FireAxe with 2. Let's get you back to the invite. Let's send it your way. All right, Kale, it's no secret what he's coming out with. He's got the LateRock right there. Gotta share the story from work today. What you got for us, South? Tell me.
T1000.
Coming out with the T1000. Is that a good pick against Sindel? Somebody tell me. Help the patient.
Skynet will terminate
Oh,
your
no.
Succeed when all others fail.
I hate to see it. Did you see LateRock? I said LateRock, but no, we're seeing the KL 1000. This is the character he won the NA West Pro competition with.
Fight.
Kale, clearly one of the best in the world, but FireAxe, one of the best in Europe. This would be a big statement if FireAxe could win this. However, Kale gonna go 4-3, 4-3. T1000 things. And a big pickup, though, coming from FireAxe. He will take the lead. Kale not gonna be able to break away just yet. Absolutely, Cobra, absolutely. And Kale, by the way, testing FireAxe to see if he's gonna press a button. It does appear that FireAxe does have good matchup knowledge. Ward 1, these are 2 mix to win characters, and a 3-way mix coming from Kale, gonna absolutely pick that up. And now FireAxe is in a world of trouble because that 4-3, 4-3, the teardrop's gonna catch him, gotta break. All right, we see the neutral trying to go for that raw scream. Nice low. And I don't know if that's gonna catch, but it doesn't. There's a lot of interesting interactions going. Poking the special is Kale, and Kale trying to seal this for North America. So far, a dominant lead for Big Kale. What's the mix gonna be from here? Trying to press, but Kale says, please don't. And an overhead swing, this should be the round. And I don't know if these two have ever played each other. Cross-region Kale coming out of California, and it's going to be FireAxe coming all the way from Serbia.
Round 2. Fight.
All right, let's see it go. Let's see it roll. Let's see who's got the goods. Blows again. However, that teardrop gonna get caught by Big FireAxe. He's gonna take the lead. And I will say both these two playing some very meta, heavy, strong characters. T1000, man, ever since he came out, has been a force. They've nerfed him like 3 or 4 times. Doesn't seem to matter. However, Sindel, remember early on in the game, they were running the meta. Oh. And that's an interesting interaction coming from that Tremor piece. FireAxe, the holding block, though, he's gonna take a dominant lead on OnlineCale. And Kale, he does not get mixed. Good defense, but another pickup. This should be the round. Kale not even bothering to break away. Says, maybe you got me, just maybe, if you don't drop this. Nice. One more is what he needs, one more. Down 1, down 1. And the forward 1 to end things. We are all tied up, though.
Final round. Fight.
All right, let's do it. Let's see if things keep heading our direction. Kale trying to bring this one all the way back. Good defense from Fire, though. Does get the mix. Here comes Fire. Kale saying enough is enough. We're breaking away. And these two titans coming from their respective regions. By the way, both these two, the same age. Young man reactions on display as we have seen from time to time. No mix coming. Kale, the defense, looking immaculate. And these jump ins, wait a minute, though, that's good. Hang on a second. Good low, the double low. And FireAxe, so he connects on that. Kale getting a little bit shimmy, tries to duck. However, he will not be able to duck at all. Kale trying to put this one on a 1-match game. Can he do it? The low's gonna connect, and that's gonna do it. And Kale able to get it done. Chop, chop, yes, sir. And FireAxe gonna move down to just 1 life after that sequence. He's gotta run the tables now. Win 3 straight. However, Kale still looking pretty good. And Tony saying chop chop, yes sir, you better believe it. Plupil saying that's a W. And we need it, and let me tell you guys, chat, I need the EU side to cheer on FireAxe. Can he do this? Can he go on this run? Maybe FireAxe will switch to the Mileena. Let's see what he's got planned for us. I don't know. No, he's coming out with the Sindel saying this is going to be my best character. If I'm going to win, it is going to be with this.
The hourglass.
I will not allow the rise of the machine.
He said, tell me I'm not too late, Spicy Orzo.
begun.
You're in a very good position right now because we are in grand finals. This could be the last game if KO wins. However, if FireAxe wins, he will keep it going. Daystar, good to see you in the building. What's up to everybody in the chat?
Fight.
All right, though, we got to keep this train rolling. We got to keep this train rolling. All right, well, it's going to be 4-3, and FireAxe going to continue to get mixed. This is looking like quite the problem, chat. Nice. The 2-4 into the Scream. Here we go. FireAxe is going to be able to take the lead off of this sequence. Not going to be able to remix, though, but this... Oh, he drops it. Gotta wonder about that EU to NA connection, though. However, this is actually looking somewhat decent. I'm sure on the players it's not perfect, but when has it ever? Nice. And still not done, and still on the run, and Kale continuing to make it happen, and Kale is gonna now take the lead. FireAxe is sitting on one hit of breaker. He's gotta guess right, but he doesn't. Gonna break away from that. Kale still sitting on all that meter. Jump in again. Can he get that mix? Cannot for now. Oh, the forward one trying to catch him coming in. And the low again. FireAxe in all sorts of trouble. And Kale is going to be moving on to tournament point just like that. Can he complete the sweep? Or can he get it done? Overhead slam again. Overhead. You rarely see it though in FireAxe. He's in big trouble, Chad. He's in big trouble. And Kale looking to end things right here and now. He is on a dominant lead. And it looks like it could be Team North America walking home a little bit early. EU needs to get up, but this is gonna hurt. This is most definitely. And that is gonna do it, chat. That is gonna be Kale taking out FireAxe by a score of 2-0 and winning the $30. GG's to everybody, all 16 players involved into this tournament today. That will be Kale with the win and eliminating Big FireAxe. GG's again to both players. Thank you guys all so much for playing. And let's go take a look at that replay if we can. And as always, a great tournament, guys. Thank you all so much for showing out. And guys, by the way, we should have an event tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. However, let's go take a look at that bracket and let's crown our champions. Congratulations to none other than OnlineCale and Loxxed getting another tournament. By the way, Loxxed getting his second tournament title in 1 week. You do love to see it. GG's to everybody involved. And that will be our event today. Guys, other than that, I'm a little bit tired. We're going to send you to Akstar, who played in this event today. Be sure to show him some love. And otherwise, guys, be on the lookout for 9 p.m. Eastern time. We should be live. If you're on the YouTube side of things, thank you so much for watching. We should see you guys a little bit later. Guys, we love you, and we'll see you later. Take care now.